Hold on.
Just letting y'all know. Yeah, what's good, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, man?
Are we started?
Mic check, mic check,
Whatever
mic
you
check.
say from here on out is recorded.
Can
So chill
will
out.
be used against you on the
Silence.
law.
Now is the
Silence.
time to increase the locker room talk.
Right.
The proper,
Mic check, mic
proper locker room
Just nothing discriminatory. I meant incriminating. There you go.
Yes.
Nothing incriminating.
Well, incriminate yourselves. Don't incriminate me.
Nah, that's you.
Yo.
Alright, so yo,
What's good, y'all?
Justin,
Brandon, what up, man?
Yo, so J-Dog, you were saying Matt. No, I'm just
I was. They know. First of all, the people out there know I be wilding.
We
What's good with you?
know.
What's good with you, Brandon? How you been, man?
Wildin' is a fucking understatement. I'm alright, dude. It's been a while since I've been on the pod.
Word.
I had a Thursday and Sunday class. So Thursday nights I was working on getting my degree. Woo, yeah.
There you go.
Corporate America. Thank you.
Good job, man.
Shout outs to you.
Yeah.
I had my final today. Bombed the hell out of it, but still got like a 85 in the class. So
Oh, you failed?
Okay, let's.
73.
That's not bombing it.
That's bombing it.
That's not bombing, but at the same time,
Bad.
it's bad for some people. For me, it would have been like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'm good.
This is grad school?
No, undergrad. I've got another year till I get my bachelor's in finance, and then
Nice.
I want to look to go to grad school. So I'm
Nice,
trying to
nice,
keep
nice,
my GPA in that 3.5 range.
Nice.
Oh, so that's why you saying it's bombing it because it got, but it's still around the same right now. It's not lower than 3.
3.5 is like a 85 average. So I mean, as long as I'm in
At
that
8, yeah.
range, I'm chilling.
Oh, okay.
So
That's good.
I'm doing good in all my other classes. So I mean, if I take a hit on one, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. And this professor's a little weird. So
And we got to congratulate you on your promotion, man.
yeah. Woo.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Congratulations.
Corporate slave.
Yeah. Now you working nights.
Yeah, they got me on overnights.
He got a promotion to work a horrible schedule.
What a
Look.
reward.
What is your profession?
I work in facilities management. So if you need a building that needs to be maintained, you know who to talk to.
Nice.
You're like a janitor.
No.
A glorified security officer.
I'm trying my hardest not to wild out on the pod. Okay.
Nah, I know. Oh, shit, my fault. Now, Greg, we got Invisible Greg here today. He's in the building.
Here.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he is invisible.
Nah, he's on the side. We can't. We're in the locker room today. He's the coach right now on the outside. Man,
Big
what's up
fan.
with you, man?
I'm chilling, you know me. Slow motions, the best motions. You know me, slow motion. I'm chilling, you know, working, coaching, saving lives when I need to, which was last time was in November for Thanksgiving break or whatever. So I'm chilling, you know me.
I think he was here last time for Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving. Right?
Right before Thanksgiving, I was here, and that's when we was talking about the school safety agents going down. Shout outs to 40Central for putting me on there. You know what I'm saying?
You know the vibe.
But you know, I'm chilling. You know, moved into my new crib with the missus, so we
Let's go.
living life right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Thank you. Keep her, trying to keep
Matter
her
of fact-
happy, but that ain't helping all the time.
Yeah, pull him up some for his
I'll
accomplishment.
take a baby shot.
Baby shot, we're gonna give you a baby drink.
No. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you're gonna have it.
That's enough.
This shit straight.
That's enough.
That's like
Remember, kids watch this, so my name is on there.
it's not even 2 shots.
Nobody know it was you.
You saw my name.
You're the only one in the world?
That watches the 40Central, yes. You know that.
Touche.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. We might have a Greg from Australia in this shit.
Fuck it.
JT,
day,
what's
mate.
up, man? How you doing?
How was your break? How was your week?
Man, it was jam packed. Got a lot accomplished this week. We did have some photos. Well, first I went to Philly. So last weekend I was in Philly.
yeah,
for the
how was
weekend.
that?
How was that?
It was dope. It was a really dope experience, humbling experience. Got the kids, got to bring the boys. Well, first we did a college trip Friday. We went to Temple University. Temple is definitely in the middle of the hood in Philly. That is not the place where you just walk off campus and just go tour the area. If you go to Temple, just stay at Temple. If you live on campus, just live on campus. It was just one of those type of areas. But school was nice.
We got to make sure we call Stubbs, because you know he going to Temple. He got a full ride.
Word?
Yeah, Stubbs got a full ride.
Oh man, clap it up for my boy Stubbs, man.
He got a full ride out there, so He about to go over there and play ball with them or whatever.
I was my boy can't get right. I'm happy for him. I'm
Yeah,
happy
you
for him.
mean
Is
doing his
that-
thing.
He got it right.
Is
And
that
he
where
made
you
it,
went?
he made the Dean's list too.
Hell yeah,
Nice.
black man.
Nice.
Black
man.
boy
Dean's
magic.
list.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's
Black
go.
man. That's dope.
Is
That's
that
dope.
where you went where they was asking you the questions? You, JT. I saw it, yeah. You posted something with you and the kids. They was asking you questions about basketball, who scored the most 60 points or some shit over there.
No. That was Madison Square Garden.
Oh, okay. You posted that up this week.
No. So that was a whole nother thing. So yeah, so we did Temple on Friday. Then we did the game. We went to a game. Our boys varsity played. They won by 40-point margin of victory. So shout out to the Earl Monroe Basketball School varsity boys team.
Facts.
The cheerleaders was in there. The house was rocking. They did their thing. All the students that was on the trip was there also promoting the school and pushing the school and cheering for the school. So that was dope. It was a real hostile environment. Like that's the high school experience I wish all kids could get a sense of. You know, like your school going against another school, your school's packed over there, the other school's packed over there, and it could go down. Like,
It could get real
it
nasty.
could get real. Like, but that's the high school.
After the game.
Huh?
Brawls right after the
Right,
game.
right. But that's the environment that you love when you get older. Like, damn, remember we was at the game and this happened, whatever. So that happened. Saturday.
experience.
Huh?
I had that experience
It
one time.
happens.
When I was in high school, I was playing my senior year, played against Kennedy, and we went over there.
Oh yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
JT, he went to Kennedy. So, going against Kennedy at their house, they home. That wasn't their home. It wasn't their home. It was a Friday night late game. And it was a hostile environment. We
Very
came in
hostile.
like 5 minutes before kickoff was to start. We ain't had no stretching time or nothing. We came in there, whipped that ass, even though we only won by what? By 3, I think
You
it
won,
was.
though.
We won.
We won.
That's all that matters.
We won,
big win.
but just walking through that crowd was a little, somebody might throw a soda at you and you gotta put your helmet on. And coach was like, make sure you got your helmet walking through, whatever. Got on the bus and came back to the square, did what you had to do. Crowd was there, family was there. It felt like a De La Salle kind of movement.
Right, right.
If you know
Rattling
about
the cages,
Yeah.
beating on the shit. Like,
Yeah, trying to
I mean,
scare you.
that's crazy.
It's funny how like that type of stuff transcends even outside of the games, outside of like being there live too. Like I've been at some bars
Yep.
where the bars will be fucking insane.
Right.
Like I think 5-6 years ago I was in Georgia when Alabama State was playing FSU, and I think they were the number 1 and number 2 seeded teams. That bar was fucking insane, like packed, people spewing out into the streets, and every other bar on the strip was just like that, and everyone was going crazy. Whenever one team scored, everyone was cheering, the other ones was cursing each other out, and vice versa. That energy like stays in sports too, even like when you get outside of the high school and college realm too, and you're just walking
gets
down the
more
street.
intense.
Especially it gets
Down
more
East
intense. Like,
Tremont.
let's just say, you said Stubbs. Eh? Just imagine everybody who's rocking with him now, and then he goes to college and does good, goes to the NBA or whatever like that.
NFL.
And he's playing football.
Football, yeah.
He's about to play football over there?
Yeah, he played football for a D1 school, Temple University.
let's
yeah.
go.
That's what I heard.
I
He
didn't
got
know.
a full ride. He went out there first and was like, "Yo, can I get a spot?" Whatever. They was like, "Nah, because we don't need no more receivers. We can use you as a corner, but that's not his position." So he went down to Monroe. Then we hit the ball down Monroe. They saw him. They're like, "Yo, we're gonna offer you a full ride." They're like, "You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna take it now." So he doing his thing.
Let's
You
go.
know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go. But
I have a question for y'all. Though. Have y'all thought about because maybe I could work some magic, but I know a DJ in my Moanas that up in Yonkers by the Galleria. So he be out there for the Super Bowl party. That's his spot. Have you thought of maybe going live during the Super Bowl party?
I'm with it. It depends on that's gonna be on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I'll get you the date and I'll tell you if I'll be there.
It's always like the second week of February or first week of
I
February.
think it's gonna be on the 12th.
12? I can tell you right now if I'm free to 12.
So yeah. So Saturday you woke
Oh no,
up.
it's the 11th.
What, the Super Bowl?
Nah, I don't know.
Probably like 11 for 4th.
I'll make that work.
Saturday I did photography for the next 2 games. After that, we drove back to NYC. Fuck.
Did you get to watch the Birds lose in Philly?
Yeah, no. I didn't watch. I was back home by then. So yeah, then I had to watch the Philly game and deal with all of that stuff that came with it on Sunday. But that's cool. Neither here nor there. Then we had practice all week this week for our first game this Saturday. So we are playing St. Francis Prep.
We are playing that
at St. Francis.
In Long Island? Oh, Queens.
Yeah, we're playing St. Francis in Queens.
It's the same.
Maybe the same. It's right over the bridge, they said.
So it's probably in Queens.
It's in Queens.
Bridge.
It's over the bridge in Queens because Long Island ain't over the bridge.
Right. Nah. We played then we played St. Raymond's on Sunday. Then there's another thing. So people just started hitting me up randomly. Yeah, yo, I saw you on TikTok. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? And then somebody sent me the link to the video. Like, even like my old coworkers in Boston hit me up. Like, I haven't spoken to them in like probably 5-6 years. And it was like, yo, we saw you on TikTok. And then they showed me the video. So basically what happened was this guy named, shout out to Babita.tailgate. If you're on TikTok, go follow him. He has very dope content. But he does like these pop-up like sports quizzes. Like name, whatever, and you get a prize or something. So we was on our way to a Knick game, and he was there. And the kids knew who he was, but I had no idea. So the kids like nah, like we want to stay, like try to get on. So we waited, and then we got a shot to do it. But this was like a month and a half ago. So the kids thought he was never gonna post it. So he ended up posting it, and it got like 400,000 views in a day.
Wow, that's dope.
And like they were just like, yo, like TikTok famous now, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't.
Take
I
that.
guess.
I thought that because you just posted it like what, a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that's when it was
So
released.
and then I thought that you was. That's why I thought you was when you went down.
Nah, that was old. That was old.
Speaking about getting a prize, did Snoop ever hit you back up for
Nah.
your prize?
Nah, man.
Yo, Snoop, my man, give him his PS5,
Snoop
man.
need that.
That's cool. We always had that.
Yeah.
Why did we never seen that before?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Snoop Dogg owes us a PS5. Owes me a PS5.
We posted again, blow it up again.
Yeah, we gonna
We
repost
trying to
that
get JT his Christmas gift this year.
Right.
Yeah, if y'all care about it, let's blow up Snoop and fan bases mentions right now with
Right.
with
Also,
everything
make
like that.
sure y'all follow Smooth Lindo
Yes, go.
and look out for Surviving the Trenches episode 1.
Hopefully sooner than
You never know when it
it's
might
gonna
drop. But make sure you're following her on YouTube so that way you can get that notification as soon as Surviving the Trenches episode 1 drops. And then if we get the right likes and the right views, whatever numbers we decide, then we may just drop episode 2. Bang!
Right
You never
after.
know. You never
Listen, y'all don't know what we got in store, man. That was a good week though. You had a long week.
How about your week, Jay?
My week has been hectic. I just got back I went to Florida Friday to take my kids to Disney. And that was a lot.
How was the weather?
It was cold.
Really?
It's cold. I was cold. It was only 2 days I was in the 80s. Every other day was cold.
Define cold.
I had a sweater on and I was cold.
Like 65?
Like the weather we feeling right now?
Nah. Hell
This
no.
is cold.
This is cold.
This is cold.
But for me
I
to
got
go
a
down
hand warmer
there,
on already. I'm not playing games.
for me to go down there and feel like shit, I'm cold. It was had its nice times with that, but I had a good time with the kids, man. And then yesterday I got back, and then unfortunately I had a death of my family. Yeah, man.
Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, it was a hard coming back, doing everything, and then having to dealing with the kids still, and then having that to deal with. It was a shout out to my cousin, and we got you over here. But it was a tough night for me. But we here, we working, man.
You need a hug at the end of the pod. I'll give you a hug. Teddy bear hug. You know what I'm saying? Teddy bear.
Man, it's we good. We gonna survive it, and that just opened my eyes to a lot of things. You know what I mean? She was it is what it is, man. But it just opened my eyes to realize like there's a lot more things out there that we need to be thankful for, and like now I gotta work harder. Like.
So let me ask you a
Drink to
question.
that. Hello.
So yeah.
Salute.
Cheers.
My question to you is now, based on the last time I was on the pod, which one you picking now? Time or that money?
Still the money.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Steal the money. Steal the money because like this is what I say. Like
The money can buy you time.
they obviously it could have.
Nah, look at what happened to Michael
Michael who?
Jackson.
I ain't know.
He tried to, in that sleep machine or whatever machine he was in, look what happened, him losing his nose. So,
But he lived though.
Lived when? How long?
He lived though.
Well, some say he was murdered.
Exactly.
Listen,
Look,
He was trying to like, call out the Illuminati. That's
what
different.
about the countries that don't have money?
What you mean?
Like countries that don't have money, like the non-first world countries.
Like, what about him?
Yeah, what are you saying?
They're lacking time because of the lack of money. They die easier.
But
you talking about medication wise and all that stuff that will help you live a healthier life or something like that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't think that's necessarily true. Like, I think
a
some
lot
of
of them niggas live mad long.
Some of the people with like without all like the technology and stuff like that, like they live healthier and longer lives.
Dr. Sabi was one, but
They killed him too.
They killed him, but
That's different.
that's a different ball.
But I'm still taking the money.
We understand that because you're just selfish.
I don't want to have to feel like this every decade, like every other.
You don't have to. So unfortunately, somebody died and you love them. There's ways you could cope with that. It may not be appropriate for everybody or ears.
I agree.
But you can still, money does help. So it's like a catch-22.
Yeah, but that's if you live forever, then you got to see. I gotta witness you die, him die, him die.
Well, there's a
everybody
threshold
die.
also.
It's like that. That's something I wouldn't want to do. Money, give me that.
There's a threshold to money. So money buys you happiness up until a certain point.
I disagree.
When you get to a certain point, to the point where money becomes irrelevant, then you start looking into other things. Because money solves a lot of your problems. Money also creates a lot of problems. But when you get to the point where your money suffices all of the things that you quote unquote need and you're comfortable and now you're not worried about shit, I can't tell you how many people I know that are just worried about paying rent.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
imagine if they didn't have to worry about paying rent, how much stress they would not physically have. I mean, sure, it might create future problems thereafter, but like I said, it goes up to a certain threshold. But then after a certain threshold where money becomes irrelevant because you have enough of it to the point where you can't really spend it, or you'd have to go out of your way to spend it, then...
But that's my thing, right? Why would I need to spend it when I have kids? And I have their kids.
Because money, and I got this quote.
But you just said if I'm gonna.
Yeah, we know you selfish.
Money,
we
right?
got that. But I'm trying.
I don't mean everybody else. But they might be assed out.
That's true. However, money does, like Tony Ayo said in a podcast. I forgot who he was talking with. Yo, money put the target on you. Agreed. That's why his new thing now is experiences and traveling.
But that's what you can do with money,
right? Right. You could do that with money, but I'm saying like.
I mean, you can do that with time also, because you're never gonna die.
But if you don't have the funds to get there, I mean, yeah, you can take a boat across the world and it's gonna take you forever, but you ain't gotta die. So
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I mean,
that's if the weather's nice though, because you traveling through air and water.
Dying. Doesn't matter. I could go in lava and walk through that shit. I'm not dying.
It just begs the question: how valuable is life if you can't die?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
True.
That's another one.
Is it valuable?
Next topic.
Yeah, cool. we went a little bit. We went off on this one last time, but that was good.
Matter of fact, before we get started, I got a question. But first, before that, make sure if you're watching this live that you hit the like button. Make sure to throw some comments in there if you're rocking with us. Throw a 40 in the chat. Throw some fire emojis in the chat if you're rocking with us tonight. Live on 40 Central. Shout out to 15 Rounds of Boxing. They had an amazing, dope interview last night with Coach Calvin Ford of GTD. Definitely go check that out. Go listen to that to get the inside perspective from the GTD camp and hear some great boxing knowledge and wisdom from Coach Calvin Ford.
That was an amazing.
With that also, you can support our journey by hitting us up on 40 Central LLC on Cash App, or you can purchase a super chat to show some love for what we are doing for you all. Also, last but not least, if you want to cop some merchandise, you can go to store.streamelements.com/40central. I'm going to put it in the chat. Store.streamelements. My bad. I'm typing it as I say it. .com/40Central. All you have to do is click that link and it's going to take you to our store. You go to our store, you cop up whatever merch you want. It's the holiday season. It'll be beautiful to get somebody that you know to, all you got to do is go to the store, right? Click something that you want, a nice warm skull cap, or you can get a hoodie, sweatsuit. There's a bunch of things on there that is right for Christmas. And even if you don't get it for Christmas, you can carry it for the winter.
Yes, they got big sizes.
There's a bunch of stuff that you can cop. Yes, they do have big sizes. You want to show love to everybody.
Everybody of all shapes and sizes.
All shapes, sizes, and colors. We got everything. You need it, we got it. If we don't have it, we can get it. Simple as that. And if any of my kids are watching, any of my students are watching, I saw a couple of y'all in here. Shout out to you all. I appreciate you. That's love. You know, you have to do that.
Let's go.
Oh, I didn't forget my question. So I'm a swagger jack this question. So shout out to the JBP. So I'm gonna give y'all flowers because I was listening and I thought this was a really, really good conversation. And me and wifey definitely had a conversation about their conversation as we were watching it. So we only have one dad on this show, right? You don't have any kids, right? No, right.
I mean, they be calling me daddy though.
Okay. Cha-ching. This is locker room talk. So I'm watching the JBP, and
Padre is the Instagram name too. So that's a double pun.
Oh, okay. I see. You definitely pulling up. You pulling up today. I respect it. So I'm watching the JBP, and Joe's talking about his, I don't know if it was his kid in particular or he just made up the scenario, but they were talking about the way that a kid's teacher dresses. So would you take your kid out of a class if their teacher dressed like, I don't know how they described it, but essentially
promiscuous?
Inappropriate.
I don't want to say it's inappropriate, but it's more so like, you know, if they got the
appealing to the eye.
Oh my God!
Well, I mean, appropriate is also a very subjective word.
That's what I'm saying. So I was like, I want
inappropriate to you
because I want to say LGBTQ, but that doesn't come with like a particular dress code. But
are you talking about like with the gay flags and everything like that?
Stuff like that. Like if there's somebody who's dressing like that. And they're teaching your son or your daughter, are you pulling your kid out the class? Yes or no, and why?
See, I don't want to avoid your question, but I'm going to answer it in a different sense because a coworker of mine was going off on this.
Allegedly.
No, a coworker of mine was going off on like a former coworker, from when I was on a different team.
Okay.
And she says, I love uniforms specifically because there's no BS around that. Working in a corporate office, when you are bound by a uniform, and you could of course have accessories that change, but everyone's the same. Everyone is uniform. We're all dressing the same. We're all professional. I think that eliminates a whole lot of issues in that regard. If you set a dress code, you set a uniform, you set a standard, whether it be business professional, business casual, that's like the way to end all forms of issues and conversations. Because now,
but I think that's kind of hard now because then you're not including everybody.
That's not hard because
I kind of have to disagree with you. If you go back a couple of years, look at the teacher in Atlanta, the 4th grade teacher. She was dressed very professional, but because her body was very appealing to a lot of the male species.
Women too.
There you go, both species. Yeah. I don't want to say they fired her, but they definitely
fired her.
They fired her, right?
I think
From
so.
Atlanta, the fourth grade teacher.
Yeah.
Well, she was a 4th grade teacher, and she was looking mighty appealing to the male and the female.
That shit was.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit was out. That shit was pokey.
But she was dressed professional, but because her body figure was a lot more.
Well, then you have a cause for discrimination.
Right.
I think she did though.
Yeah,
I think she did as well.
Yeah, I
but at
think
the
she
same
did.
time, but that goes back to, would you take your kid out based on that? And then also what you just said about a uniform, business class or business attire. Some people can say, hey, that's a uniform. Because in let's say in a Board of Ed situation, you can't walk around, well, if you a guy, or not even say a guy, let's say a female, and you have enlarged breasts for whatever reason, or your body is just really nice. Some people may say, hey, that may be inappropriate because of where your body is. That's not fair.
But that's something you can't control. See, the things that you can't, the conversation has to be based off of what you can control and what you can't control. I can't control your physical attributes.
Mm-hmm.
I can control what you're wearing. And the way to do that is the business to set policies and standards on things they can control. They can't control the physicality of their teachers, but they can control what their teachers are wearing. And so that uniform eliminates that choice. It sets a policy, sets a standard based by the company where all... It's
That's like
a
the
rock
same
and a
way
hard
with
place.
that's like the same way with the hospitals and scrubs.
Yeah, hospitals and scrubs.
Like they wear scrubs, but you can see some of them got wagons.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? But they gotta wear the
of them
scrubs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my question, back to the original question, was he saying it in a way that it was a daily basis where
this is the way this person dresses.
I would have to have a conversation with the school.
Yeah.
I probably won't pull them out the class unless they don't do anything about it. But I will have to have a conversation with the school.
But the other
Why?
thing too is like,
Because I just feel like fourth grade. You said fourth grade.
I didn't say any.
Oh, you didn't say any grade?
I
Okay.
said fourth grade with that teacher
Oh, you
from
said fourth grade.
Atlanta.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that
And
situation.
I'm just gonna go for my son is in kindergarten. I think that is my decision to have that conversation about any of that stuff right now. To me, about how it's gonna be, whatever like that. I don't want it forced down their face.
And I agree
Right,
with you.
but what grounds do you think that you can have a conversation with a principal about the way a teacher dresses?
I don't, but I will still speak my mind. And if anything, that's when I will. If they don't hear what I gotta say, I will try to get them switched up.
So that
and
okay.
That makes sense. That makes sense because if you think about it, if a teacher's wearing, the pride flag as an accessory, and then
I just won't. If I don't feel comfortable with it, then I have to speak my mind.
right,
That's what I'm saying. I would like. I don't care if you do it one time or once a month or whatever you feel like. But like if I don't know what the conversation was, what he said on it. But if it's like a daily thing, and then my son is I think I just think that there's a certain age where you can start doing that, because little kids are very impressionable at this point. Like first grade, second grade, third grade. You know what I'm saying? And if that's how you want it, I don't judge who or what you do in your household. That's on you. I'm okay with that. But I just don't think that it should be pushed in their face as an agenda that early. If you want to do it in junior high school, I'm okay with that.
But see, that comes in the conversation too.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens if you're a parent and your child is there and you're very religious,
Mm-hmm.
and this person you don't believe in homophobia or things of that nature, or that type of sexual conversation that they're projecting with the accessories that they're wearing, then I think as a parent, you do have the right to say something.
Say something.
Just to make it aware, like, I'm uncomfortable. And the power that the parents have in the school setting is very, very deep. So you as a parent, you can say something, and if it doesn't change the way how you feel or a group of you feel, then I think you have the right to make the decision whether you want to pull your kid out of that
Or not.
out of that school or not.
But just
I want to hop in on this
Go ahead.
because this is another thing that like really pisses me off, and like to kind of in realm with your topic, but like kind of just to make it more generalized.
Right.
I'm not a parent, but like I live vicariously through my sister. I love my niece, and I've had serious conversations with my sister where the way she raised my niece, or like certain things I didn't necessarily agree with, or I'm like, you need to like button up on this before it becomes a bigger thing. And she said something that, like, I don't want to go too personal with the conversation, but bottom line is, I learned from that conversation is you don't tell someone how to raise their kids. You don't tell someone.
100%.
You don't tell someone. Like, you can of course give your 2 cents.
No, you can't do that.
To an extent.
No, you can't.
To an extent. Depending on what it is. You have to have that conversation, that comfortability with that other person.
Even if, bro. Even if. I've seen things go bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like general statement, 98% of the time, don't do it.
But I think it has to be with the relationship you have with that person.
Exactly.
Here's why I say that, because as a youngster, when I was in the Boys and Girls Clubs, there was the guys that, even the staff members in the Boys and Girls Clubs that would sit there and say, hey, or the parent will have a relationship with that person. And if you're doing something stupid, they'll come and tell your parent, hey, Greg was doing this and the third, I think this needs to be changed. So you can still put your 2 cents as long as you're not shoving it down the parent's throat.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
to an extent like that.
2 cents in a sense that I'm saying, hey, he was doing this. I don't know if you want to do something. But you saying, yo, I think you should tell him to stop doing that. You can't do that because some people raise their children differently. Everybody raises their child differently. I've seen a show. I was watching a movie the other day. Old Dads. I don't know. I think it was Old Dads. I just put that on.
It's such a funny movie.
It was actually pretty good.
Such a funny movie.
But it was Old Dads or whatever like that, and the one of the dads or whatever like that, his son was wild.
Define wild.
He was
beating on people.
Yeah, he was
hitting people.
Yeah, but his wife wanted to be like, yo, I'm gonna go tell her something. But she told her, I think you should do that. That fucked up their whole friendship. Just from a conversation. People parent differently. So you don't know if it's like, I hit my kids, or I just have a conversation with my kids and I let them choose. Right now, parents can't be parents either because you can't hit these kids or whatever like that. It's abuse and shit like that. It's tough.
But to tie that into the point that I was trying to make in terms of JT is the fact that the school system doesn't allow parents to be parents, and that's the problem. Regardless of whatever fucking reason it may be, if you don't want something happening with your kid,
you should be able to.
You're fucking entitled to make sure that doesn't happen. It doesn't matter if it's a this, that, and the third. If I don't want that kid in that class, I don't even need to give you a reason. I don't want him in the class. And you leave it at that.
Is that how?
I don't have to explain myself to you. If I don't want it for my kid, I don't want it for my kid. So you do something about it, or I do something about it.
But what are you gonna do about it? You got to find a whole
take my fucking kid out of school.
And if they give you a problem with that, then you go to the media because, like I said, the parents' influence on the school has a big thing. Because now you go to the principal. I don't like my child, or I don't want my child in this class. Okay, we're gonna change it, Mr. Douglas. Next thing you know, you like, hey, are you still in that class? Yeah, mom. Yeah, dad. I'm still in that class. All right, this is after 2 months now. So now that 2 months that you sat there and was waiting for confirmation that your child is no longer in that class, child's still in that class. Now you can sit there and say something about it.
2 months. By that
2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes, whatever you want to call it. If you don't do something about my child being in this situation, I can take you out. And if they sit there and say, hey, well, this kid needs this, because the schools can sit there and say, hey, your child needs this class. And unfortunately, this is the only teacher we have. Now, that's them trying to flex their muscles, hey, well, you got to deal with it. But then you go flip it by saying, you know what, all right, I'll take it to a degree, but now I'm going to go to the media. And now the media comes and have cameras in there and scrutinize the school.
I mean, there's obviously so many more ways to go about it, whatever like that, but I just think first is a conversation.
I agree.
What was your disagreement about?
Well, before we get to that, did anybody answer the question on whether or not they're taking the kid out the class?
I think this is a layered question. I think
it's a simple yes or no.
If it's for in terms of the
I'm not taking them out just for that, no.
If it's in terms of like the whole LGBT stuff, no, I personally could not.
So you're not taking your kid out the class?
Not for that reason. But if it was another reason that I conflicted with, I don't even need to tell you why I don't want my kid in that class. See, that's the problem, is people talk their way into a lot of bullshit that they don't need to get into. Less is more. More is too fucking much.
Mm-hmm. I think it depends on your personal belief as a parent.
Mm-hmm. So, with your beliefs,
if I'm a Christian person, if I'm a religious person, I'm not Christian, but I'm a religious person, and my child's telling me, hey, mom, dad, my teacher is transitioning from a guy to a female, and I don't think that that's something my child should be seeing at a young age in the elementary or middle school time frame, then yes, I'm going to pull my child out of there. However, going to high school, then okay, as a parent, sometimes you want them to make the decision. If you're comfortable with that, if you're not religious. But if you're religious, then yeah, I'm taking my child out of there.
You taking your kid out?
Leah, no, I'm not taking her out. I think that she's...
Talk about younger kids.
And Leah, no, I'm not taking her out. I think that she's in high school. She can make her own decisions at this point in time. Like, about if she feels comfortable or not. I can't do it. If my son, I probably won't take him out for if I notice it, like, in the beginning or whatever, like, but if I notice it excessively, I'm taking him out.
Okay.
So what was the conversation with you and the missus?
Yeah.
So I said I don't think the kid should be taken out because at the end of the day, I don't think a teacher will ever have more influence over my kid than I do. That's just how I feel.
Let me ask you a question with that right now. Your child is in the school for 7 to 8 hours. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
7 to 8 hours, 5 days out of the week.
Right.
Let's just hypothetically they don't miss any days. Perfect attendance complicated. 5 days, that's about 40 hours. 40 hours a week that you are not with your child.
Right.
You have 48 hours with your child, hypothetically, on a weekend. But let's put it together where parents are 9 times out of 10 working on the weekends, or at least one day out of the weekend. So now those 5 days of consistently, seeing a transformation or conversation, they kind of have more influence than you do to a degree.
I disagree with that.
But then it goes down to what kind of after-school activities do they have, what kind of sport programs, or who's running this, who's running that, to see what's going on. Because you're not with your child every day of the week unless you're homeschooled.
Right. But I feel like my kids will never want to be more like their teacher than they would want to be like me.
But they don't see you all the time.
They don't have to see me all the time.
I agree with that, though.
They will never want to be their teacher before they want to be like their father.
Yeah.
Period. So, regardless of how long they're in the school, they're not going to have more influence.
What if you're not in the household?
I am going to be in the household.
Yeah, but what if you're not?
Hypothetically speaking.
Because their parents, they're
All right, they're still going to want to be like me.
Not necessarily. I don't want to be like my dad.
Well, that's you.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
If you're one of those kids that unfortunately only have a mom or only have one parent in the household, who's to say that opposite sex is what they see every day? So, for example, if you're a dad and you're a deadbeat, you're not in the house, boom, and now you see a teacher, a male teacher that you sort of kind of have a connection with, and that person's transitioning or having kind of different kind of conversations, they probably want to be that way because that's the person they see every day.
And that's a different scenario. I'm speaking on the perspective of what I believe my household.
Okay, if you're in that child's life every day, I mean not every day, but if you're with the child all the time, then fine, I could see that. But in the event that you're not in the household, then what?
But even
then that's different. Then I can't speak on that scenario.
Okay, so we're talking about just you.
I'm
yourself.
talking about in my shoes. If this is my kid, because that was the question.
Okay.
But as my kid, I'm going to be there for my kid.
Okay, that's fair.
I agree with that. But even though, right, you do. That's just hypothetically speaking. Say, right, you had a kid tomorrow, right, and you work at school, you coach basketball, you do kids' bay.
Right.
You out of the house until 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
The kid is asleep by the time you get home.
And still sleep.
And they will not have more influence than the teacher.
But the kid don't know you.
No, he knows.
They know you. They know you, but they don't know you.
How many?
Bro, we're talking about an elementary school kid.
All right, how many times you haven't you know how many kids come to you at the bay or in the school that they say, yo, JT, I really respect what you're doing. I want to do some of the things that you're doing. For example, look at you. You posted something not too long ago on TikTok. I wasn't seeing it. That they was interviewing you and they was giving you your flowers.
Right.
Who's to say that you didn't influence that child more than their parents?
And that's after school hours.
And I'm saying again, that's a completely different scenario than the scenario I'm thinking my family's gonna be. Because it could be right. They could have the parents in their lives and all that other shit, and then they could probably relate more to me than they can to their parents.
So explain to me how you plan to be influential to your child when you wake up in the morning, you say, hey, Tommy, go to school, this and third, cool. And you go to work, to school, then you coaching basketball, then you have to, or even sometimes you're not coaching basketball, when the season's done now you're at Kids Bay, and you come home 8, 9 o'clock and the child's sleeping on an everyday basis. How can you really influence your child if you're not there when the child is awake more hours than sleeping?
Okay, so that's a loaded question.
Break it down.
If I have a kid, then I'm gonna make time. My kid is gonna be my number one priority. So if shit has to get cut out, that's going to have to happen. in order for me to be with my kids. So if I don't have time because I'm doing all these things, then I'm thinking, and I can't speak on it, but I would assume that I'm going to cut something out to make time for my kid.
But you still got to support that child. So if you cut the money out to spend time with your child, cool. So now when the child needs this and the third, and you don't have the financial capital for it, then what you do?
Okay, so let's say let's go with that scenario. I can't be there as much as I would like to. I can't be there out of the week.
Okay.
On the weekends, I'm there.
That's not enough time, though.
Okay.
That's still not enough time. You got all right. Let's say not even.
I'll use myself. All right, I'll use myself for an example.
40 hours that
I'll use myself for an example.
For 48 hours for Saturday and Sunday. So you're gonna be asleep for 16 hours of that. What's that? 48 minus 16.
Right.
So the same 40 hours that they're up in the school dealing with this person on an everyday basis for 5 days, it doesn't. The math is not math in the same way it would be if you was there for the Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, but we're making it seem like a teacher is only just going to be working with one particular kid. We talking about classrooms of 25, almost 30 kids.
Yeah, but that one class or that one teacher can sit there and pick, not even pick, but that student can pick that teacher without the teacher even really going to you.
So I'll use myself as an example. And this is what happened with me in real life. So I was growing up, my dad worked, my mom worked. I got up, I saw neither of them. My sister woke me up every day for school. I come home, my dad is not there. I come home, my mom is there. She's doing like house shit, making sure things is in order or whatever. At no point in time did any teacher in my elementary school have more influence on me than my mother or my father. Period.
I think it also depends on the child too. I think entirely, like, as much as we can do or can't do, and there's a lot we can do, and there's a lot we definitely shouldn't do. It depends on the child. Because like you said, that is your perspective. Now, line 100 people up, and if they have a similar perspective, they will all experience different things.
Absolutely.
So there's no right or wrong way. There's only your way. And you just kind of figure it the fuck out.
I don't disagree with what you're saying. Right? Cause I agree with that because I think that my son want to be like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Teachers are definitely
get a new
what
hobby
I'm
because
saying-
being like you saying the porn stuff you be saying, I'm sure you want to be in school. Yo, I had this amount of dicks. Nah.
But I agree with what you're saying, right? But what I'm saying is the only thing I disagree with you with is that saying teachers aren't impressionable to kids. Like
teachers are very.
I never
that's
said
what
that.
you said it. Like there's no way that a teacher can.
I said no teacher is going to have more influence on my kids than me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not
But
going to
I'm
happen.
talking about yes, you right. But in normal like real society, there are
No,
teachers.
my society is real.
No,
my
I'm talking about
society is
everybody
real.
else.
But I wasn't speaking on that.
But that was the question.
No, that was not.
Another question.
The question was
about
if
you.
I'm going
Alright,
to take
right.
the kid out of the classroom.
So, but
me,
and then
in my household.
everybody generalized it, right? So you said there's no way that a teacher can influence them better than you. But in real, and everybody else as well, that people that don't have parents and shit like that, some of those, you influence more kids than you know.
But I'm not debating that. My answer is particular to me.
Yeah.
I'm not.
JC's right.
And I'm not saying. I'm not saying you're wrong and I disagree with you.
Right.
I'm not saying you're wrong and I disagree with you. Y'all are both right. But I'm saying for me, no teacher is gonna have more influence on my kids than I do.
I feel like you got to have a little bit of an open mind because, like Justin just said, that you influence so many people without even really knowing it. So therefore, with that being said, somebody can that teacher can influence your child in a different channel, stronger than maybe than you can.
Bro, athletes have more fucking influence on some of these kids than teachers.
Right.
They don't want to be teachers, bro. They want to be fucking LeBron, Steph. All right, and they're not spending no time with them.
I hear you, but that's because they looking at the glory of what the person has. You not spending time with your child for the reasons that you're working, which is a good thing. You're a black man with a child. You want to spend time, but unfortunately, sometimes you can't. Right. So that's what I'm saying. You got to have somewhat of an open mind to know, there's a small chance that my child may be influenced stronger with this channel than what I'm presenting to him. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you could have a coach or a teacher who's a coach and he's wearing all the fancy shit, but then you go home and dad don't have all this fancy shit.
Right.
But the teacher's telling me how to get all this fancy shit and my dad don't know how to get it. So therefore, I want to be like my teacher who knows how to get what I want. And my dad don't.
that.
And my dad don't. So when I say you need to be a little bit more open, or I would like for you to be a little more open, it's for that channel. Because the different channels, a way a child can be influenced in many different ways. Because you can have game and talk how to talk to females.
Right.
You can know how to read a book faster than everybody else.
Right.
You know how to read in general that will allow you to gain more knowledge than somebody else.
Right.
Because that's just the way life is. So when there's different channels, if we're talking about multiple channels, like I said, then that's different. Versus if it's just strictly one channel. Like if you came to and said, well, I know how to be a real black man, but the teacher's a white man. You can't say son how to be a black man because you don't know what it's like.
Right.
So when it's strictly one channel, cool. But when it's multiple channels, different avenues, to say that no teacher's gonna have more influence on my child than me.
I don't even think it's just teachers though. Like people on the block have a lot of influence on a lot of people. Like drug dealers have more influence. Basketball players have more influence. Like it's just like you don't even know. Like would that be the case, right? If your kid's favorite basketball player just started wearing mad LGBTQ shit, like what are you gonna do? Like you're gonna just not. Like, it's going to be tough, right?
I mean, y'all say y'all taking your kids out the classroom. So in that
no,
regard,
yes. I said no, yes.
It got to be either or. Either the kid's going to be there or they're not.
I'll have a conversation.
Starts with the conversation first.
But then also could tell them to turn off the TV.
But the conversation is to get them to stop wearing the clothes, I'm assuming.
I don't want you to stop wearing. I want you to be you. I just don't want you
influencing my child.
Yeah.
But they're going to, if they're in the classroom with that teacher, they're going to be influencing the child.
That's why we have a conversation for that principal to say, hey, listen, there's parents that don't feel comfortable with what you're wearing. And yeah, that can go south real quick for that one person because now, oh, you're discriminating against me and my belief, da-da-da. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you don't want that kind of hostility.
All right, so if y'all have the conversation and the teacher doesn't stop what they're doing.
I'm pulling my child because now you're influencing my child because I don't have no grounds of that. You're in a classroom where he has to be or she has to be 8 hours a day for 5 days. So now I have to make a change to stop whatever influence you're putting into my child's head. I have to stop that.
Okay, so you taking them out. You have the conversation, they still doing what they're doing. You taking them out?
Probably.
Taking them out?
He said
For LGBT stuff?
Yep.
No.
Okay. I said
personally
I
don't
still
care.
said no. But I hear y'all explanations.
But to like, how do I say evolve on that point? Do you guys feel that teachers get? Well, I don't want to like you're a teacher, so obviously not you. Excluding you and your perspectives, I don't know exactly how you run your class. Be too personal with their kids.
In what regard?
yeah, in what way?
Like they be doing too much. Like I've seen like TikTok videos and stuff where they talk about their relationships with their kids.
What grade are we talking about?
Like grade schoolers, middle schoolers.
If it's elementary or middle school, yes, I'm with you 100%. That is very much inappropriate. However, in the high school setting, I feel like these kids want to learn how to be in relationships or how to get to where they want to be when there's fucking around or you want to be in a committed relationship. So if I'm in a committed relationship and people be like, yo, that's what's up, I'm gonna talk about my relationship. Why? I'm gonna tell you what I did to learn. Because if you really think about it, that's what it is. Your experiences is the best teacher. There's no book can tell you how to be in a relationship. And if it is a book, it's not 100% guaranteed. You have to talk about experience and then you make your own decisions based on that.
Am I just one of those people who just wants my fucking teacher to teach my kids the curriculum and then to keep it stepping? Like,
But that's damn near impossible.
but I know that's damn near impossible.
Yeah,
but like,
damn
I feel like
impossible.
just
Are you the only one to answer your question? No.
Yeah.
There are people like that.
Right.
There are people like that. However,
I mean, like, it's
like
everything-
JT said, it's very impossible because of life experiences. Whether you have one parent, you have two parents, you have no parents, you have grandparents, whatever the case may be.
People make things personal.
Right.
Like, everyone's personal. Everyone makes things themselves. But like, as an example, I didn't even know any of my high school teachers' first names.
well, that's back in the
Yeah,
day.
shit,
Like,
yeah,
I don't
that's
remember
way
that
That's
shit
back
either,
in the
though.
day.
That was 10 years
It was
ago.
always
That's
Miss
a long
Cole,
time ago.
Miss
10, 15
Sanchez.
That's a long time
Yeah,
ago.
that's it.
That was
Yeah.
probably.
I didn't know about their relationships. I didn't know about their sexual orientation.
I did. I
didn't know
remember Miss
about
Lombardo.
Time,
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 Oh, there you go.
Yo.
I
There
didn't
you
know.
go.
I knew the basics. They were a math teacher. They lived in northern Manhattan. They lived in the Bronx. They lived in Brooklyn. They liked basketball. They liked football. Their favorite team was the Jets. That's it.
But that could be changed into personal too, because that's what they like.
But I'm just saying, like basic level stuff. Like I don't know. It's just like I'm not your friend. And
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Like I think there has to be a clear barrier that there's a teacher and a student.
And yeah. You're not friends.
We're not hanging out.
Yeah.
Like we're not buddy. Like I can have real conversations with you if need be, but for the most part, teacher, student, curriculum. That's the main thing that we're doing. But of course, you have personal relationships. I mean, not personal, but you have relationships with certain kids.
Yeah, we're all human, too.
We're all human.
Yeah.
So, for example, there are some kids that I can tell they're having a bad day. So I'm going to ask them, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
And whatever spars from that statement, it is what it is. Because I'm looking out for their best interest. But
And for your own at the same time. Because the reason I say and for your own is because I'm gonna use myself for an example. I coach flag football, girls flag football at that. So my personal agenda I have to deal with these girls is I have to protect myself, right? However, if a girl's coming to me telling me, "Oh, coach, Tommy cheated on me," well, listen, that's a conversation that we don't need to have. Maybe you should go, try to guide them in the right direction in regards to who to probably talk to, or give a small percentage of what your opinion should be, but make sure it's very vague so that way they can't say, "Hey, Coach Greg said I should leave you and go sleep with the next man to get up." No, you don't say that to a child. You say that to maybe your homeboy that just got screwed over by his girl. "Yo, fuck that bitch, go fuck somebody else," and that's it. But from a kid's perspective, you got to know how to choose your words. The same way as an adult, you got to know when to choose your battles.
I'm disappointed in you.
Why is that?
You should have said, "Fuck that bitch, go tackle her." That's what you should have said. That would have been real Coach Greg, okay?
Listen.
Fuck that guy. Now go get that bitch.
so what I always advise other teachers to do when trying to like help kids and stuff, never try to tell them what to do or guide them to make a particular decision.
I mean, that's even with parenting though. Like, I don't.
But it's different with parents because that's your kid.
Yeah, no, I get, but I can't sit down and say, "Hey, Leah, like, stop talking to that kid."
I mean, you can. You can.
But I'm not there.
And parents do.
You don't have to be there.
No,
you can see how that kid that you're telling them to stop hanging out with can turn your child into something way less.
No, what I'm saying, like, or I'm talking about in a relationship wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this man never fails. He comes in always with a big ass bottle of Wiser or some shit. And then he gonna set up the fucking
Can I get my purple and gold joint, man?
Oh, word.
Speaking about purple and gold, I saw this on TikTok. I was gonna call you. Why you ain't tell me? You.
Me?
Fuck everybody. You. And we had this conversation in the office when you was in the back with the bean bags. You know what I'm talking about too.
Right.
So you
Different
told
time.
me y'all counterparts is the Deltas.
Right.
Why is it that I see on TikTok that y'all also have real good affiliation with the AKAs, with the PNGs? Purple and gold and pink and green. I need an explanation. We're going to go to college right now. Let's go back to Indiana.
All right, I'll try to make this as simple as possible.
Here we go.
In the macro level.
I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
So for every fraternity, right? So I'm in a fraternity.
What's your fraternity?
Omega Psi Phi.
Okay.
So
That don't count. You got to give him an image or something.
Q's,
Thank you.
right? Q's. Throw up the hooks, purple and gold. That's us.
Can we get a bark?
No.
Pretty please?
No. Cause I'm trying to get.
Can we get a neck roll? Can we get a neck roll?
Nah. Founders Day. Next year I got you.
That's
Well, I can show y'all a video.
Put the video up on the.
Yeah, I can show y'all a video.
Of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like recently just found the video this past week, and I showed it to the kids during one of the lessons this week. So I'll definitely bring it up.
You care about them more than us, got it.
No, I said I'll show y'all the video.
You got to do what you did at Lehman. Have all the.
Oh, so yeah, you seen me sound hot before.
I seen that. That was dope.
Yeah, special occasions I do it now. I just can't do it on.
Nigga did
cue
that shit
anymore.
in his sister's crib out of nowhere.
Yeah. Special occasions.
He
That
just
was my
like-
birthday.
Certain songs will have you.
Right.
Crazy. We doing 2 bottles, and I don't think he was drinking with us, but he just started going crazy.
That's the kind of JT these kids need to see on the regular. Listen,
Nah.
I'm not the whole shebang, not
Q
the
life
whole.
is different, bro.
Listen, man, my cousin, I was just talking about the other day. He was like, "Yo, cuz I like that. I said, listen, if you do that, I'll be there."
right? Nasty.
T is come back
He's
to
about to
you.
you got. He wants to do it.
But to your question, to your question, what was your question again?
Why you ain't tell
the
me?
Qs and the AKAs.
Thank you.
I'm trying to put it in context for everybody to understand. So for every fraternity, there's like a
Sister or brother.
a sister like sorority where it's like
an official one or an unofficial?
Unofficial. The only official one on paper is Sigmas and Zetas. That's the only official one on paper.
Wait,
everybody else. So like in their constitutions, they're listed as like brother and sister fraternities.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else is more so like
Bros.
unofficial. Like
I have an official sorority with mine too.
okay, so then you know what I'm talking about.
NAS. So
Right. So in that regard, what he's talking about is
my fraternity is a northeastern one, a very small one, Kappa Delta Phi, but we have a Kappa Delta Phi NAS, which is a national affiliated sorority, which is surprisingly bigger than the fraternity.
Oh,
So
look how that happened.
the girls went off. So clap to
Took
them.
over. Yeah.
So clap to them. Been out of the fraternity world for like since basically I left college. Like,
Okay.
kind of just like was doing my own thing. When I deleted Facebook, it definitely got separated. But yeah, the girls were doing their thing. So yeah, respect to them.
Shout out
Learn
to
something new
them.
every day.
Yeah.
Do it for the ladies.
I'm waiting for you to finish your P&G.
Oh, so
I want the answer to that.
our unofficial sorority is Delta Sigma Theta, Sorority Incorporated. But as much as we love the Deltas and we do love ourselves some Deltas, there is like this weird energy where it's like a lot of Qs gravitate towards AKAs. And a lot of Deltas gravitate towards Alphas, and a lot of Alphas move on towards Deltas. So it's like we kind of like
dating?
flip-flop.
You talking about
Like dating, hanging out, like bonding, shit like that. Like when I was on campus, I was cool with a lot of AKAs, and I was cool with the Deltas as well, but I don't know. I can't describe it. It's just like an energy kind of thing that sometimes I'll just gravitate with the AKAs, and we can just hang out and chill and kick it.
You still didn't answer the question.
Then I don't understand the question.
The question is why you did not tell me that you had affiliations. Like that connection. You didn't tell me. No.
I
I'll tell you what. We can scrap all this.
Why you didn't tell me?
We can scrap this conversation with one answer.
Go ahead.
Can you tell me the name of that? Can you tell me that question?
Oh, nah, I can't do that.
Come on.
No. It's we on live? Hell no, I can't do that.
Yeah, all right. After the show. After the show.
I can't do that. But shout out to our
After
niggas
show,
outside.
after party. Yeah.
Yo,
that's all
you don't
counts,
understand?
man.
We was in the same building every day. Yo, let me get a letter. And he'll give me a random letter in the damn question. Mind you, this question probably has 10 words in it. Hey, give me a letter. And he won't give me like the order. It'll be like F and Z and where's this at? Can't tell you that.
Yeah, man.
But you got, how many letters you got?
He won't tell me.
Now, how many letters
Oh,
you
I got 2. F, I think it was F and T, I think.
F is for friends who do stuff together.
Now he does
U is
SpongeBob.
for
Here we
you and
go.
me.
All right,
Wait, are you
Jay.
talking about
And
your
it's for
class?
anywhere and anytime at all.
All right, so let me give you the backstory.
I'm a little lost.
I'm gonna give you the backstory. The man told me he told me that there was another Q in the building. I said, "Oh, all right. How did you know?" Well, there was a question that was asked that only Qs know. So I was trying to dig the man's head off. Yo, what was the question? So that way I know. Because when I go
There's
to
another Q in the building?
Yeah, it was on the 4th floor in Western Square. I remember that day. It was a Tuesday. You told me.
It was just for that day, though.
No.
He worked there?
in the building. It was on a Tuesday. Why?
I met him?
Yes. You know why? Because
What was his name?
I don't know.
That's what he wants to know.
That's why all I know, he worked for Westchester Square Academy on the 4th floor. The reason why you went up there because they was having some kind of event with your organization, which is East House, upstairs.
Right.
And you told me he asked you this question, and you gave him a look like, oh, I didn't know there was another Q in the building. And then I forgot how many you was talking about it. You told me. And I was like, oh, what was the question? And ever since then, you was like, I can't say the question. Only Qs know. That's when I started to ask for the question, the letters, and the question.
Nah, you got some good memory because I don't remember none of that
Nigga
shit.
said, yo, it was a Tuesday at 2:40.
Right.
I'm about to tell you.
That's crazy.
I know it was a
that's why I got
Tuesday.
that. I remember that.
I know it was a Tuesday because what the fuck happened that day? I think that was the day it was a fight that happened on a Monday, and it was brutal outside. And Jay was like, yo, I heard there was a fight. What happened? I was like, oh, I don't remember exactly what happened. So the next day, that's when that event happened.
Okay, so okay.
So my memory is pretty good when I focus.
Shit, my memory not like that.
When I'm locked, like this whole Q thing, I'm focused on. Like I'll be there and TikTok sometimes here, and be follow that. I even got to the point.
What is
this is a hand warmer, brother. Here, hold that.
Hand warmer?
Hold that. Hold
Sure
up.
this shit ain't gonna-
Come on, Jason. It's not that shit on your left hand side. That shit'll burn your fucking hero. That's
shit.
fire. That's on.
You use this for.
Let's see
Well,
that.
you can't even use that.
Oh, and it's from Zippo?
Yeah.
Oh, this shit. This shit's not even warm, though.
That's
hand
on
warmer?
low.
That's an electronic hand warmer?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Manuel, what up, man?
I give you a backstory on that too. When there was a time where I was going to football games out in Brooklyn, and my homie had a hand warmer. I'm like, what's that? You're like, electrical hand warmer. We get it from Amazon. Went home that same day, ordered them, and shit.
That's fire. That's fire.
And it charges your phone too.
Oh, what?
On the other side.
That's fire.
How long does this last? Like the battery, roughly.
Maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably like
That's
a
if you
low
just have it
voltage.
on low, but if you have it on high, maybe like an hour and a half. But then if you charge it on your phone, I got 2 of them bad boys.
Good. You waiting for the bus?
It's dope for like a football game or something like
Football
that.
games or any outside events
Yeah.
you have, waiting for the bus, your car break down, or you trying to fix shit and put my hand in the glove real quick.
As soon as you get in the car.
You know what I'm saying? When the car's cold, what I do is when the car's cold, I come down, I put them on in the house, put it on low, leave it in my pockets. I'm walking out, my hands are still warm from the house. It get a little cold. My pockets is warm because of the hand warmer. It just generates in there. Can I ask a serious question? Why you got all that on? Like, no,
It's Kodak shit.
I was about to say that. You got the Kodak moment. Like, you cold?
nigga. Yeah, I'm steady, nigga.
He just got in from outside. He's fucking
You got
cold.
ops. You got ops. You got ops.
He got ops.
Chill.
No, I'm good. I'm not that cold. My face was cold.
The man who was in the building, man. 95. That's what she gave us.
Yeah,
Was that one of the highest in the class?
Yeah, word.
I actually don't know. We didn't even present it, nigga. She just graded it herself.
So she probably didn't even watch it.
Probably not.
Nah, we gonna have to talk to her because that was 100% material.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody got 100, because if they did, that's bullshit.
Well, we did highest,
You
and I'm
didn't
okay
see,
with
I
that.
edited it too, nigga. I added the bleeps on the curses to make it funny and
Oh,
shit.
you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, nah. We gotta ask her like, if that's the highest, then I'm okay with that. But we gotta figure out why we didn't get 100. We gotta do it again.
Nah, that ass. But it did bring my grade to an A, so I'm cooling. I'm
There
not
you
even
go.
mad
Let's
at
go.
it. I had a B. It gave me an A.
Educated
y'all
black
who don't
man.
know, we got to do an extra podcast after last week just for school, and we all got a 95. we all got a 95. I appreciate it. Thank you, Teach.
Stupid.
Manuel, what up, man? You good?
Nah, yeah, I'm chilling.
Greg, people want to know why you don't want to be in camera. I'm getting text messages, man.
I don't fit. The way the back screen, the way the backdrop is set up. There's no room in the locker room right now.
You trying to make it sound like you discriminating or some shit like that. That's
I don't
crazy.
fit. Everybody on the board right now is skinny. I'm a big boy. Wow. It's my season right now, so if I was single, all the ladies be loving me because you know what? They love me in the winter. They're gonna love me in the summer because I got the AC. Meanwhile, y'all driving on your bikes.
Shit, that's funny.
40Central Network does not discriminate against anybody due to their gender, race, size, thoughts.
Color.
I disagree.
Color.
I'm still waiting. You know what?
That's not our fault.
Nah, I got my
It's out
hat.
of season.
I got my hat.
It's out of season. It's
It's
out
all
of-
right. Spring season's coming right around the corner. So listen,
That's
talk
true.
to the people
We'll get-
downtown.
It's Justin's time to shine soon.
There you go. It's always my time to shine.
No, the fuck is not.
You crazy?
You a whole parent. Fuck out of here.
I always shine though.
Yeah, he is a whole parent.
You shining under the water.
Yo.
See?
Yo.
June is his favorite month.
That was interesting.
Be why his son want to be like him. Oh shit.
Facts.
I hope not. How old is he?
5.
Get him on the pod.
He came on before.
Bring him on the pod.
Bring him on the pod, man.
What else we got to talk about?
Oh,
Y'all talked about the thug yet?
Huh?
Draymond?
I said y'all talked about the thug yet?
Nah, not yet. Nah, that's coming up next. So,
Draymond?
just to give you
Who
an
he choke
update,
out now?
Hit it.
I got what's his name? I got St. Joe's by the Sea in Staten Island for a flag game.
Oh yeah.
They probably gonna we probably gonna go over there and vice versa.
Yo, would y'all drive to Connecticut or no?
I don't see why not. We went to Jersey. I mean,
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get you in touch with them.
you've been saying that since the
Because-
beginning of the podcast, since episode 2.
I gotta do that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like 3 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. You know, that was when JT used to walk around and go, yo, do you know what the internet is? Do you have access to it? Do you know how to,
Go to
you know how to use it?
www.
YouTube.com/40Central. Then you know there's a little bell. Hit that bell, hit the follow button. I kid you not, we used to do it in the hallway. Remember the epic basketball games?
Oh my god, bro. Yo, Lehman was a wild time, B.
Oh, those
Lehman
were good
was a wild
times. They used to have
time,
me
yo.
at exit 1 on the first floor.
Yo, imagine that. I still do that shit in my class too.
Oh man,
We be shooting.
we
I
used to-
can't even say.
Yeah. Y'all gonna get in trouble, man.
We
Nah,
have fun in
fuck that.
class.
Fuck them. They had me at exit 1 on the first floor with 3 cameras watching me. Right? And then JT would take his little stroll or whatever, say what's up, and that little 5-minute conversation turned into easily a 45-minute game.
Yeah.
Get a nice ball of paper from like 7, not even, I don't know how many feet was that? Like it had to be like maybe like 12,
Who usually
Yeah, I'm about to
wins?
say like
12 to
12.
15 feet.
Who usually wins?
You should shoot for money.
Who won the most?
I don't know.
Oh, it's even.
I think so. I think JT got the last one though.
So So there was a big fight this weekend, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. I text X, and I said Haney did his thing. For the first time I've ever said that out of my mouth.
Got in trouble.
And listen. What you said, JT? You said he was gonna win.
I said nobody could ever defeat a motivated and determined black man. That was my.
And I
my
have to
ultimate
give
statement.
credit where credit is due.
So
Shout out to Devin Haney, man. He did his thing this weekend. He beat him by a landslide. That's the first time I didn't see Devin Haney hold. Seen him moving. I seen his power. I seen a lot of stuff. He's still a boring fighter to me. I just think this is just one fight. But I gotta give credit to where credit is due, man. What do you think?
He won. He won in convincing fashion. It
What is
wasn't.
that noise?
Huh?
What is that noise?
Is that you?
That's you?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's the phone. Sorry, I'm getting reprimanded.
Shit. Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, when the Pro Grace fight, Haney put on a stellar performance. Shout out to Team Haney. He won in convincing fashion and reminded the world that he is one of the best at what he does, despite what people may say about him. But he still has a lot to prove. We still want to see him against one of the big dogs. Like we want to see him either against a Tank, Diafimo. We want to see him against somebody that he's not going to be just overly favored against. Like he was favored against Pro Grace. He's even, I think, favored in almost all his fights for the most part.
May I ask who we're talking about? I'm not a big boxer.
Devin Haney.
Is that the short, light skin out the braids?
No, I think you're talking about Tank.
I don't know. Can you pull up a picture of him,
Yeah.
please? I'm sorry.
Well, I am on record saying that he's a boring fighter.
Was Devin Haney?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like his fights. I think he. I'm not gonna say that he doesn't deserve those belts, but I just think that his
I
fights are
think
not.
that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, probably talking about Tank.
That's what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah, he got braids, right? And
He did, but like some of them he did.
Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah, that's Tank.
Oh, okay. So the person you're talking about, you want to see him fight him?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the fight that everybody would love to see because we wanted to see Haney get challenged, and that's been like one of the more convincing arguments as to why they don't think Devin Haney is who we think he is because we haven't really seen him against like the one of the 4 horsemen, and that's what we want to see. I don't want to see him against Fire Garcia. I want to see him. I'll even take a Lomachenko too. before I take him fighting anybody else.
I would do that.
So I'm fine with Lomachenko too. I'm fine with the Tank. I forgot who were the other 4 horsemen. I can't even think off the top of my head.
Terence Crawford.
You got Crawford, but I don't think they're in the same division.
I just want to see him fight somebody that can fight.
Why they call him Tank? That's just his name.
He just knocks people out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just knocks people
Yeah,
out.
and shout out to Coach Calvin, the Tank's coach.
The coach that we was talking about was on the pod yesterday with the boxers. That was Tank's coach.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a big deal. It was a real big deal.
Shout out to y'all making big moves.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, it's not even us. It's them, man. 15 rounds of boxing, 4 corners boxing, all of them over there, man. They doing their thing. They getting those interviews. This is the 3rd one in a row, actually. Really big ones. They
Yeah, but when you promoting it, you know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, they're going to be like, yo, 40Central been throwing this love for a while long, so let's get them, have some interviews, whatever the case. I wouldn't be surprised if I see y'all on here. You know, how does it feel to be from Thrive's Neck and starting from the bottom and now look where you at? You know what I'm saying? I can see that in the future coming your way. And,
Most
you know,
definitely.
I want that to happen for all y'all.
Let's go.
I found the video
Of
when I was in school.
Oh, yeah, let's see that. Yeah. I got to see that.
This is.
Can we get a neck roll, though?
I don't think I did a neck roll.
I'm talking about you right now.
You about to put it on?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let me see if I can share it with the people. So this is to show y'all how long I've actually been doing podcasting, because this is crazy that I actually found this. All right, share. All right, you guys should be able to see it here. I think. Can I share the
Yeah, you're good. You can see it.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
Now you got to put the aux wire in there.
The aux is on.
Fuck, they need to see
They
this.
can see it. They can see
I just
it.
want to see the action.
All right, so
one of those.
let me play it. Yeah, this is like when I first started learning. So I was bad. I was bad. So just for contact purposes, right? Sorry, I didn't even set the tone. So this was right after I crossed that winter. I crossed in the summer, so that fall probably. I'm sorry. Was when I got on the campus as a Q. This is the first time the Qs have been on this campus in like 60 years or something like that. So it was a real big deal when we got on. And when I was on campus, I had my own TV show. I had my own radio show. I did football and was a part of a bunch of different clubs. So this was the show that I was on. I helped shoot and produce the show called The Chronicles. And I was one of the hosts, along as being the producer. And then this particular episode was the weekend of our Founders Day. So that's why she asked, hey, would you mind setting out this house?
Can you turn the screen?
Yeah, my bad. You can see? Yeah. Yeah, I was real bad.
You was bad?
I was real bad. I got much better. $19.25.
He was out of breath. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Shout outs to JT. Can we get a neck roll now,
man.
please?
Nah.
Come
That's a
on.
neck roll. That sounds wild.
That move is oh my God.
That sound wow.
Yeah, the neck roll go crazy in the parties, man.
What?
Neck roll go crazy in the parties.
But you gotta have the shoulders too. You gotta have the shoulders.
Those crazy in the parties.
Nah, when you had the shoulders and you do that neck roll, it does some things to the crowd.
Yeah, man. College was real fun. College was real fun. If you get the chance to join a fraternity or sorority, go join it.
Depending. depending.
What was your experience? Like, did you have to do? They hazed you?
We don't answer questions.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say
Remember at the
on
beginning of the
answer
pod, don't
questions.
say something that's gonna incriminate
We
you.
don't answer questions.
No, it's real simple.
We don't answer questions.
Omega Psi Phi is a non-hazing organization.
We don't answer questions. We do not answer questions.
Oh, okay.
I
You
plead
was a
the
stepper?
fifth.
You was a stepper?
No, we didn't do any of that shit.
Nah.
Nah.
What y'all did? Y'all gambled?
We
They were
leave
alcoholics.
it to the professionals.
Alcoholics?
We leave it to the professionals.
Tonight we're getting fucked up.
We leave it to the professionals. Like
I always wanted to. Me and Zay went to Oswego one time and we tried to join like mad frats. We was out there.
Man, I'm still trying to get JT to Atlanta. He don't want to go.
Atlanta?
Like I
We gotta
said-
go to Atlanta. We actually do gotta go to Atlanta.
Can we go during that time, Jay? Please.
No.
fraternities are definitely different. Everyone's kind of got their own thing. It's like, I don't want to say cliquish, but like it.
No, it's very much cliquish.
It can be very cliquish.
Very much cliquish.
So like on my school, we had like the fraternity that only smoked. We had fraternities that only were like the big country heads. We had fraternities.
Where did you go again?
I went to like some fucking middle nowhere in Pennsylvania, Redneckville.
What was it called?
I'm not.
He's
Too much
like, I'm not
information.
doing it.
Too much information. Too much information.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just, it depends. Like my fraternity was kind of like the mix of everything. Like, so we did it all. Like people were smoking, people were drinking, like everyone was chilling. Like our parties were arguably some of the best on campus. So like it really depends. It really depends on your experience and how you embody what it is to be in a fraternity, because some fraternities can be all we do is party and that's it. Some can be more give back to the community, which was mine. We did the most philanthropy in terms of money raising and hours given back to the community, which is why I was drawn to them, because I always enjoy giving back to the community. I have a very philanthropic soul.
Respect.
So
I like that for you.
yeah. So it
like
depends.
a
It
tab.
depends on what you're looking for, and you find
I'm
what.
serious.
No, I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
Nah, he gives off the vibe like, you know, I give back.
Like a tree hugger.
I want to say all that.
Fuck,
but
fucking trees.
Tree hugger is
Like,
crazy.
I want to say all that.
fuck,
But, you
fucking
know,
trees, but like
Oh,
it's like I don't know. I just like it's. I grew up in very poor, so I could appreciate it, and I wish that I had more organizations that gave back to my school, gave back to my community, and it's nice that with the birth of the internet and everything being online now, it's easier to do that than it was 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
Matter of fact, speaking of like helping out, do you know the information for the bus for Coach Calvin?
No.
No.
All I know is that if you do want to help him with getting the bus, the only thing I do
It's a
remember
bus,
him
right?
saying, yeah. So for context purposes, Coach Calvin is trying to get a bus for, would I say his gym or for the kids that he works with to help them travel around the country, and he needs help. So if you want to help Coach Calvin, go to his Instagram page at Coach Calvin Ford on Instagram and hit the link in his bio to make a donation, and tell him 40Central sent you.
Yeah, matter of fact, and Mo, you were in here. If you have for the information for the bus, throw that in the comment section so that we can post that. I mean, we can put that.
It's literally the link in his bio.
It's in his Coach Calvin's bio.
Yeah,
You got his.
that's what he.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Coach Calvin Ford.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ford Ford.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Coach Calvin Ford.
Shout out
That's
to him.
once you said helping the community, but that was a conversation that they had last night, and I was like, we gotta, if we can help out, we'll just help out the only way we can. Man, you got something you want to talk about today? I don't know. I just feel like you're over there by yourself right now.
No, I'm telling.
If y'all wanted to give Draymond Green an intro song for
Ooh.
him walking out for the WWE, what would it be and why?
The Stone Cold theme song.
That nigga, when
I
he retired,
will
needs to
go
transition.
Archie, we ready.
I like that.
Draymond, if you get this, I want my money for that.
How does the song go?
We ready.
We ready. We ready.
For y'all. See? That was one of my high school come out songs. come out when out of the tunnel. Pause.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was wild.
I had to.
That was your cue to play it on the pod.
I'm not even. I don't even got
You got a whole
We don't got the
Yeah.
What you saying?
I'm giving that nigga Randy Orton's theme song because he gotta be hearing niggas talk to him when he does the shit he does, bro. You know Randy's, I hear voices in my head. Yeah, that's the shit he sure do, nigga. Something is telling this nigga to do these things because it just don't make any fucking sense to me, bro. Like,
So
my
what
God.
theme song y'all giving? Cause we got 2 already. What y'all giving him?
What the Stone Cold shit when the glass breaking, right?
But I feel like that's real generic though. You gotta with Draymond's history, you know that he's real aggressive and real violent. So you
That's
gotta
not
play
aggressive. Breaking shit is not aggressive.
That's glass though. Like you
learned
can
not
go
to
to
bet
the
on
break
him.
room on Groupon and break shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
I would actually want to do that.
I do too.
25%.
Yeah, now that you said that, I want to do that.
I want to do that too.
Mo said his song would be "See Murder Ride for My Ninjas." I like that one.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Or you can play DMX with a hood at.
Ooh, I like that too.
With a hood.
I'm just happy they finally got him.
Is he suspended
Indefinitely.
for how long?
Indefinitely.
So he's kicked out the league?
No.
He gonna have to, he going through the Kyrie treatment.
He's gonna have to do
right now.
sensitivity training or some shit like
That nigga
that.
need to go to therapy first. Bro. He playing the wrong sport, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
He's not.
Do you feel like they trying to like tank the rest of the season?
They
I
just
feel
suck.
like he got CTE.
If they
I
suck,
said this
basketball?
before. He the first basketball player to have CTE, bro. I swear to God, bro.
Yo, that's wild.
if the Warriors suck, then we got to transition to the NFL.
PTSD.
The NFL right now, in my opinion, the Patriots. I love them. Still a fan, diehard fan, but they not doing too good. So
They could use Draymond.
nah, they could put them on the line. You know what I'm saying? On the defensive line at that, you head clocking niggas. Fuck
They
it.
could use
He'll definitely sell
Draymond.
This is how you know this nigga is wild. It's like a thing like called tier list. I don't know if you know what it is, but niggas make lists of shit. They'll be like a serial tier list, and it'll be like S plus tier for the best, A, B, C, D, and you rank shit. Niggas are making Draymond Green hit tier list. Like from all of his fights in the NBA, all of the things he's done, niggas are making tier lists for each interaction. Like it was like 2 nut kicks, 3 tackles, a fucking punch to the face, a stomp to the chest.
Chokehold.
You can look up Draymond Green highlight compilations, and it's gonna be fights.
So who you think is worse, Ndamukong Suh or Draymond Green? Cause you said a stomp to the chest. Sue definitely stomped to somebody's chest.
Sue was different though, bro. He was doing that because that was just a part of his game.
To stomp on somebody's chest?
But I'm saying Draymond had moments. Sue was like that was his game. Like, that
He
was a part
calmed
of his
down
game.
a whole lot though.
Oh, for sure. He definitely did. But I'm saying, in the height of his like career, he was just known for being a dirty player. I don't think Draymond has that yet. As known, like he just has moments where he just does fried
He
shit.
untied somebody's shoe.
Huh?
Did he untie somebody's shoe?
Ooh.
Draymond?
Yeah, but still, y'all consider
That's-
Draymond a dirty player?
Nah.
Yeah,
no.
when you untie somebody's shoe,
Nigga, what?
That was on the.
Did
that
you
was,
not
so
see
he
that
went-
screen when he fell on the floor
he
and
went to go-
tackled the nigga?
No. I'm not
he
saying he
slipped.
doesn't have like he doesn't
How do
do
you
dumb
untie?
shit.
How do you untie someone's shoe? He went down to tie his. And
No, it was on the free throw line. He untied the shoe.
I'm not calling Draymond Zaza Pachulia, but he damn sure is pretty fucking close. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. Zaza made that was a dirty play. I don't think Draymond has
Does
ever
that.
like done anything.
And I actually don't even think the kick to the chest was dirty. He grabbed his leg.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Grabbed his
so
leg.
that slap that he just did, it was not dirty?
Nah, stop touching me, nigga.
What you mean? But the way you could
He
tell that
frailed his arms, bro. He frailed his arms. He tried to get he tried to sell the call.
This nigga kicked
Him.
James Harden in the face before. Like, what are we talking about?
Draymond is definitely by far a dirty player.
No, Draymond is not a dirty player. He's just
I
an
wouldn't call
aggressive
him a
player.
dirty player.
He's an aggressive player.
He
All
just
right,
can't
overly
control
aggressive, you
himself
could
at
say?
certain moments.
He's aggressive.
So who's worse than doing fraud shit, him or Ron Artest?
Ron Artest. Nigga,
Ron
Ron
Artest
Artest
is
just saw the
different,
nigga and just hit him in it.
Nigga,
No, he didn't see him. He didn't see him.
He
You say he didn't see him.
That's what allegedly he ain't
He
seen.
ain't see him. He celebrated. He did this. Let's go.
That shit was crazy. That nigga had a knot on his head.
They
almost killed him.
They had the memes, and the nigga's head was like a moon. It was like
They almost killed that man, bro. That shit was deadly.
I mean, but we've seen this before. Like,
Nah, yeah, but in modern day times, like having a player that fried is crazy, bro.
I think he would do great back in Jordan's era.
No, he would not.
I mean, you
No, he
want to
would
see
not.
a
He
bro,
would not.
you turn on the
No,
Draymond
he
Green.
would not.
He would have gotten his ass beat.
No, he would not.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nigga, David Stern would have suspended his ass for the season. Let him have done the shit he done last night. Back then,
I'm talking about how
Well, the other-
aggressive he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the
Let that
80s
nigga
and
have
90s,
kicked Jordan in the
basketball was
nuts.
a lot more aggressive, and they were willing to throw down. Like they got real
Right.
softer now.
Let Draymond have kicked
Blame
Jordan
LeBron
in the
for
nuts.
that.
It was
LeBron
over.
and these fucking fake. Oh my God, he hit me. Call it. No, LeBron started all of that, in my opinion.
Yeah,
That
Nah,
LeBron,
I remember Shaq used to square up on some people.
I don't think LeBron started that. Even as a Spurs fan, Ginobili flopped like a motherfucker.
So what sport has the most flopping? Basketball?
Soccer.
Okay, I thought I was the only one. Okay, cool. Because that World Cup, dude, you know how many times I watched that damn... I lost so much money on that game, on that France and Argentina game, that penalty with fucking Di Maria. I'm sorry, I'm going back.
That was a weird game. Yeah,
That was a great game.
Weird game.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I
great
was
game.
pissed because I don't remember who it was. I don't remember who won, but I had the team that won to win, but that shit went into like overtime, and so my bet didn't go through.
What sport you talking about?
wait, that's supposed to
Soccer
win.
for the World Cup.
No,
Oh, you
it's
talking about
not-
France?
No, it won.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
talking about the France and Argentina
yeah.
game?
But I had them winning in regulation.
Oh yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah,
A
and
lot
that
of
shit
people
pissed
did.
me the fuck off.
Argentina won shootout.
Yeah, you know people got pissed off the Tom Brady and fucking Atlanta Falcon game. My boy, that fucking he put $600 that Atlanta was gonna be up by half, but then put another $600 up that the Patriots was gonna win the Super Bowl. You know how much money he came up with? That's a shitload of money. $600 that they're gonna be up at
I got
half.
mad. I lost a bet yesterday.
that's crazy.
Who doesn't? Who likes to lose money? Nobody. That's like people saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go to a strip club." I'm like, I'm not going to a strip club to be throwing money. No.
You know, somebody asked me that the
Go
other
to
day.
Colombia for that.
Facts.
Listen,
That's a fact.
you're not losing money. You go to Colombia. Let's not talk about that because I'm trying to go to Colombia for the good purposes.
Of what?
But I just want to go to Colombia. Just say I went to Colombia, but
It's a
you
cultural
know,
experience.
Yeah, we can go for culture.
I'm with
It's in the
that.
culture.
Nah,
Fat
nah,
asses
nah,
are a
nah.
part of the culture.
You know that $500 will give you $1.9 million in Colombian money.
No, that's too much.
Yo,
It's too much. I know.
It's
We were waiting.
400,000 pesos
A dollar.
to
Every
every
dollar.
$100.
give or take.
400. Yeah.
400,000 every
Yeah,
dollar.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
4,000 to one. So
Yeah.
400,000 for every
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
I love my country. I'm good.
You say that shit now.
Nah, I say it every day.
Now you say that until you go to a third world country and you go over there thinking that you King Tut because in the States you over here struggling.
Yo, it
Nah,
was
I'm good.
our first day. We got off the airport. We drive to the city. We eat at a nice, beautiful, fancy ass restaurant.
In what country?
In Colombia. When we went to Colombia last year. Nice, fancy ass restaurant. We all got like 3-4 appetizers for the table. Everyone got their meal.
We got
Everyone got
sangrias. We
two
got
pitchers of sangria,
sangria.
drinks on the side, dessert. Everyone got a meal. We even paid for our Uber driver,
To eat.
our taxi driver, to eat, and gave him whatever the hell he wants. For 7 of us, we spent $150.
Yeah.
We need to go for the culture. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yo,
When's the next trip?
March.
March?
Where you going to March?
Colombia.
We're gonna do Cartagena, and then we're gonna do Medellin, and then we
then-
might go to Brazil. We're gonna square away the details with Kev.
This is what y'all- when did y'all speak about this?
Last week, when
I wasn't here.
we were celebrating the initial part of my promotion.
Shout out to your promotion yet again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Skull.
Okay.
How y'all feel about Charleston White getting beat up?
Charles, who?
Charleston White.
Charleston White. They beat him up.
Who the hell's
Yo,
that?
no funny shit though. I think I don't know.
He's
Somebody
a-
sent it to. I think it was in the chat. I don't know if Warren sent it or something like that. But he be spitting some shit, bro. He do be saying some shit.
He actually speaks
Yeah.
at things like, it's not like Senate trial, but like those, basically you can find him on C-SPAN. Speaking in like those courthouses, or on behalf
says-
of the black community?
He's
Yeah.
always done that. He said
He
Right,
has.
before
No,
he
what
became
was the-
ignorant, he was like he.
But
Used
no,
to do
but
that
what
shit.
he said was the only reason why how I could get through to y'all is
it's
if I
'cause-
act ignorant.
Yeah, he was like, because when I wasn't acting ignorant, y'all didn't give a
wasn't
fuck
listening.
what I was talking
and
about.
I'm still in these courtrooms doing all this shit. But if I act ignorant,
And I go viral.
now, no, not even viral. If I act ignorant, y'all niggas want to listen to me.
Like I said, if I wear chains and if I
Yeah.
talk like these rappers and shit like
Y'all
that,
listen
y'all
to
want
me.
to listen to me.
Nah, but what was that on? Where was that on that he said that?
I think that was
forget.
Cam Newton's podcast.
That was Cam Newton.
Yeah, it was. Because
Cam
he was
Newton
trying to
shit.
say like he be bullshit and he don't do these things or whatever.
Yeah,
And-
no, that actually was a really good interview though. Like that was a good interview. And that shit caught me by surprise.
I know you hate Logic, but he actually has a song about that.
Logic?
Yeah, you
Fuck
hate
Logic.
Logic, but I mean,
I know
like
corny and shit.
Come on,
I
Logic
like
is
Logic.
a fucking cornball.
but one of his
Logic.
songs, it talks.
She was going on Logic.
Logic. One of his hooks is cocaine, 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 Molly. If I don't talk about this shit, I won't listen about it.
Nobody
Like,
listens to that nigga for
I'm
shit.
saying no, but that's like it talks about the generational music. If he doesn't
I
say
see what
shit
you're
like
saying.
that, no one's gonna listen to him.
Still not listening to him. Even when you say that shit.
But still,
Biracial bastard. Nah, let me chill.
No shit.
Nah, I only said that because he be making that a big
Yeah, he
focal
makes
point
that a
in his
big focus.
music.
Yeah, he's black and white. Shut up.
Nah.
I'm about to say so much more just now.
Somebody hit a nerve and Justin, you alright over
Fuck
there?
him, man.
So nobody saw this guy Charleston White get beat up.
Nah, I seen that shit. I seen that
Oh
shit.
shit, we just went on a tangent.
They rushed him on the stage. Yeah.
They rushed him on the stage. Nah, they rushed him on stage or whatever like that. What, like 4 or 5 of them beat him up?
why'd they beat him up?
Did he have like a nightstick? He pulled out a nightstick?
No,
or
he
something?
threw a fucking
threw a plant.
plant at him.
Yeah, but then he had something in his hand too.
Nah, the nigga was trying to rush him, so Charleston White threw the fucking plant at the nigga. Boom, hit the nigga with a plant. And then they got his thing and beat him up.
What kind of plant was it?
It was a house plant.
Oh my god.
He threw a chair and started rioting.
They just went upstairs and beat the shit out of him.
Then he went on later and was talking about how like he's good and they bugging. That shit was crazy.
They ain't hit him hard enough.
Right, that's basically what he was saying. All right, share audio.
That's how, boy. Y'all already got the back end, nigga. Why nigga on bro? Nigga,
Oh, that's not it. That's a
That's the
parody.
remake. That's the remake.
Yeah, nah, that's not it. That's not. Look at Charles White threw the fucking whole plant at him.
I already got the back here, nigga. I get booed. I already got the back here. I get booed, nigga. I already got paid. You paid to see me, nigga. You paid to see me. Lakers, chairs, and nigga. Pull out some money, though. Pull out some money, though. Pull out some money, though, nigga.
Can you see Brandon?
Pull out some money.
Is that
Pull out some money.
is that the video?
Yeah, watch.
Pull out some money, nigga.
And that's a fake plan at that. Got a stack full of money and a fake plan.
Succulent out there.
Hit him with the mic too.
Oh, he threw the mic out and a chair.
But
Nah, that nigga Charleston White don't be playing. He was like, I'm gonna use these weapons.
The homie came from around the corner and hit him with the Ray Lewis.
They lucky. He probably didn't have his bear mace on him.
He definitely didn't.
Because he would have whipped that bitch out.
See, I feel like I feel like at that point he trusted security to do their job, and they failed. Whoever was the security at this night,
You're fired.
you failed.
He probably didn't fuck with the nigga.
You failed miserably. Because look, boom, he gets low. Now watch for me from the side. Sit down. Boom, Ray Lewis. Sit down. And he's get the scrapping. I don't know who this is punching. It was
Niggas
bad.
paid money
He-
to come beat your ass.
Oh, that's another angle. Oh,
He straight tackled him.
Wait, play that last one here?
Look, this is an angle from when homie caught him lacking from around the corner. Right. Look. Boom. Sit down.
No, you should have been talking shit.
yeah.
But
Listen,
that's the energy that he
he brings.
So now it invites a lot of people to not like him. But this is what he keeps talking about when he's saying that our community is just ignorant. We're just ignorant and we do things to like we're so quick to jump on something like that But when we see things going on in our neighborhood, we don't have that same energy. People will stand around and watch a kid get the shit beaten out of them by a police officer and pull out their phones. But if a black man was to say something to him on the corner, they'd shoot him in the heartbeat. That's the problem that he's trying to do. That's like one of the little problems that he talks about. So, yeah. I'm not saying
agree with like a lot of the shit he's saying? Or?
I mean, I don't want to be on record with anything regarding Charleston White, but I've listened to some of his conversations, and some of the things that he says are true, and some of the things that he says are very ignorant. But I remember me and Dewan had a disagreement about him because I don't want to speak for him, but my take was I felt like we should listen, make an opinion, but then also find out what he really does. Because the whole internet shit is a gimmick to make money. It's a gimmick to make money. It's a gimmick for views. It's a gimmick for to be a trending topic. It's all a gimmick. But then now you take everything from the gimmick and pour it back into the people who really need it. So when you're working in prisons, when you're speaking in these with these politicians, and when I think he might even be like a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. Or
he's something like that.
He's some shit like that.
Yeah.
So
he said he used to work he was trying to work with like Bernie Sanders and other people to get like different laws passed and shit.
But I think I want to say he passed the bar.
He might have.
He might have passed the bar, but even with that said, I feel like he's more of like he's more of a person where you have to know his actions behind the camera as opposed to just judging him from what he says on camera. Because I could pull up some wild shit that he said. He says, the first time I've heard him speak was about Africa. You ever heard what he said about Africa?
Mm-mm.
I don't want to make this a Charleston White thing, but let me see.
The funniest shit that anything ever said about Africa was Zay. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that. Damn, I can't find it. Oh, is this it?
Africa ain't built no ship and came back over here and rescued one nigga since we left from Africa. Yeah, and Africans don't like us. Yeah, nigga, Africans don't fuck with us. They don't like us, and they stink. Yeah, ain't some stinky people. Yeah, nigga, fuck Africa. Yeah, they ain't our people. We niggas, slaves. The descendants of slaves. They was never called no nigga. The first group of Africans, only one generation. Now the first group came. They wasn't born into this shit. Me and your people was born into this, homie. They was born slaves. They birth certificates say nigga. They was born Africans. They are not us. They know what tribe they come from. They had a language. Once they broke them from the language and we was born in these conditions. We ain't no African. We ain't no Hebrew. We nigga. Bottom line, homie.
Yo, this nigga's wild. Bro.
I mean, it's ignorant, but it has some truth to it.
Now you see what I'm saying.
It has some truth to it.
But I think
said, and they stink. Like, it had nothing to do with anything, bro. He just threw that shit in there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like his point, I think that if I'm mistaken,
go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He been doing this for a long time, being an advocate for the community, trying to get a lot of things passed. From what he says, yeah.
Right.
And then nobody was paying attention. So he says shit like that to get up, like the uproar of it, so that people could listen to him. I mean, that is just a gimmick, but he is saying some truth to some of it. But the rest of it, like, he ain't had to say they stink.
Nah.
Yeah, calling them the stinky people.
Like,
that was uncalled for. They didn't deserve that.
The sad thing, too, is that there are people out there in the world that believe what he's saying about them having bad hygiene.
Nigga, we used to, as kids, call niggas African booty scratchers, bro.
Remember that shit? I used to say that. Yo, you stink, you African booty scratcher. They be like, oh,
you African booty scratcher. That shit come from somewhere, bro.
Right. I saw a post the other day that said being black back in the day when we were kids was like being black in 1925. The way they would make fun of you. Like dark skinned black people.
Snapped on.
What?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
darker
they said
you
being
was,
dark skinned
yeah,
and being dark skinned as a
was.
kid was like being dark skinned in 1925.
Yeah,
That was the post.
I can see that. I can see where that come from.
Yeah, they used to really make.
That's brutal.
You can't do that now.
I mean,
Now you
now
can't.
yeah, now it's not trendy, but back then, if you was dark skinned, you was getting them jokes.
You was getting it, and then there was even. then you got the other one, the other flavor. When you light skinned, they used to call
Builds
you.
character.
You know what I'm saying? When you light skinned, they used to make fun of you then too.
Facts.
True.
Like you had to be like JT's color or maybe like a little bit more. You had to have some kind of lighter melanin to be normal.
Yeah, I'm glad we passed those days.
You know, I don't want to say.
Don't tread lightly, nigga.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
When you started off saying, I don't want to say, that's code for, I'm just going to shut up because I know.
I feel like
Guys, say what you gotta say.
I didn't really meet any white people till like damn near high school.
Really?
Yeah, and I feel like I've experienced more racism prior to meeting white people than after meeting them, which I find interesting.
I find it interesting too.
I know, Cap. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've been discriminated on because I was a light-skinned Puerto Rican who looked white, and I'm the only one in my class amongst some very obvious Hispanic and black kids. And
Hispanic is all they speak is Spanish, and then black people. I could understand that. It's unfortunate that we had to be in that society, but what'll kill you make you stronger.
I feel like that's the thing, though. It's like I learned to have thick skin from that. It's like those fucking Call of Duty lobbies from like 2008. It's just
Wow.
That's what I said last week.
Yo,
When I said I'll take
these kids back and throw them some Call of Duty lobbies, toughen them up a little bit.
No, that's the same thing with bigger people too.
Oh,
with bigger people too. Now, I mean, being big is somewhat the new norm.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? I give her flowers too because she was one of the big
made
girls.
it,
Yeah, and then for
what?
men, no, I'm saying that being big now, like it's more acceptable than it was back in 2002 and all that.
Yeah, like when Lizzo came out, she made like a lot of big girls.
I wouldn't say necessarily acceptable or not acceptable as much as just we don't talk about it as much because being big or size has become a protected class. So we can't really have that conversation.
How so?
Like, I could talk to my boys if I'm comfortable enough with them and just be like, yo, you gaining weight, dude. Like, when we gonna hit the gym or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And like, that shit, like that
Damn,
shaming.
you say it that nice?
I mean, I'm trying to.
Yeah, word.
I'm trying to.
You look like a fat bitch.
I'm
the
trying
fuck
to keep
out.
I'm trying to keep it moderately.
The
PG-13.
only acceptable way you could be big back then was if you was an athlete and you was able to move.
Yeah.
Right.
Even now, like people still be, yo, you fat. But if you, cause you fat, you're not getting no girls. But now if you an athlete, you big. Now the pretty jerseys, that's with the big boys. Like, this is one artist. I know she's an artist. She's Puerto Rican, I think she is. And I seen her on TikTok. She be like, I love big boys. I'm like, her, shout outs to you. Because, big boys wasn't always the flavor. It was always the skinny niggas with the V cut and the 6-pack or 4-pack.
Tattoos.
But now, and tattoos. But now the big boys is wearing the short chains and driving the big cars. And that's now. But back then, you couldn't be big. And only way you could be big, I think, is if you had money, Biggie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Biggie was pulling joints because he had the money and all that whatnot, but
I still think to an extent it does
The mic,
like
the mic.
the whole money and like status thing does play a part too. I think it's just you can't really have those conversations, and also like I feel like as a society, America's just gotten bigger too. So it's like
That's a fact.
yeah,
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, like, people say that and people do like that shit, but girls get mad if you say, yo, you got a body like Lizzo.
yeah.
yeah.
But I think
Like,
another
That's
thing,
why you got to
too.
go to Nigeria. Because, over there, in that country in particular, their culture is the bigger the woman is, that demonstrates her social status. You know what I'm saying? So in Nigeria, the big women are the ones where you want to be with. But the skinny ones is like, I don't really like with you because you don't have...
They know how to cook.
What?
That's why.
That fufu be hitting. I never had it.
I never had it. I want to try it.
The only thing I had from Nigeria was jollof rice, and that shit is fire.
I want to try it.
But we make that. The only difference is that
What is? Yeah, I don't know.
jollof rice.
No, I know what that is.
Oh, okay.
I said I want to try it.
No, I said fufu. Then I said jollof rice.
I want to try both.
I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I want to try both. I don't think there's a Nigerian spot.
Fuck around going to Colombia. Go to Nigeria. Shit.
Nah, I'm good.
Make fun of you.
Speaking of, I'm sorry, were y'all done?
I am.
Speaking of Nigeria, I saw this post yesterday that garnered some traction. It was like the difference between a wife and a woman that wants to be married. I want y'all to listen to this audio and let me know what y'all think.
Let's look at the difference between these two women.
For better,
For better,
for worse,
for worse,
for richer,
for richer,
for poorer.
for poorer.
We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. Real made it very clear to Jonathan, you cannot be broke in sickness
In sickness
and in health.
and in health.
To love,
To love,
cherish,
cherish.
and to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
I'll forever submit to you, Miles. I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home. In heaven, they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you.
I don't know about you, but I know which one I'm willing to give my life. Now look at the difference between these two women.
I think
Y'all
that's
ready to get passports?
Listen, I don't think it's about the passport. I think it's more so of, based on that post, I think the music has a lot to do with it.
No, it was the word.
It's not just the word, but listen to the music. Look at how there
how
was
they
no
switched it?
music
Yeah,
versus with the music, and the music was like more of a uplifting, where you feel more appreciated, more loved.
Okay, but what about the word?
Look, now we transition to the words. The words mean a lot of different things. You know, for the first one, she was like, "I'm not gonna be with a broke nigga. I'm not gonna obey." Da da da. But then the next woman saying, "I'm gonna submit to you and follow your lead."
First of all, you didn't see because you said it said passport bros. That's obviously a girl from overseas.
From
Anywhere else overseas.
I think I seen it one time.
Yeah, I think that was a girl from Nigeria that looked. Right? What flag was that?
Yeah, I don't.
There was a.
I'm not gonna assume. I don't know.
So why you said Nigeria?
Because I said speaking of Nigeria, and I think it was an African country, but there's like 50-something countries in Africa.
In Africa, yep.
My favorite one is Djibouti.
Yo, Djibouti. Is that all right? I'm gonna ask an ignorant question, but is that a real country?
That is actually a real African country.
Okay, cool.
Djibouti.
Do they have big booties over there?
I ain't never been. I just like the name.
I don't blame you. Do your thing.
I wonder how you spell that.
J-A booty.
It's probably definitely not like that.
Oh, what about Niger? Niger.
That's too close.
No, that's too close, nigga.
That's too close.
That's what Zay said, man. Zay said nobody ever went to nigga Africa. Remember that shit? Did you hear that day?
No, I don't think so.
He said, you gonna tell me, nigga, he went from nigga Africa to back. What was he talking about? That was your fault, I think.
No, that first of all, you're not gonna blame me for what somebody else said.
I think that was your conversation.
The conversation was about
slaves or some shit.
It was about my theory that slaves were originally from America.
This is your theory, or this is something you heard?
That's my theory, and it's based on things that I've heard.
All right, run that back.
So the theory. Well, are we gonna get to? Do you want to talk about the video?
I'll talk about the video real quick. Yeah.
And then we'll get
Colombia's
to the
winning.
I think that
Colombia's winning.
Yeah, Colombia's winning. Overseas women are winning right now. I think that right now, like, no girl want to be with a broke nigga. No girl want to like we got too much right now that America is doing to have everybody be like women want to be more masculine or whatever. That's what people would say. Or like you cannot have. I don't know. America is different. But when you go overseas, them girls just want to give you the world. And maybe because they want their passport, though. Their green card.
I think it's a cultural thing on top
And
of
it is,
everything
too.
else. Like, and they recognize it is what it is. Like, you need the other person to survive. And like you said, the masculinization of the Western world, where now everyone needs to fight to survive. When you go to these foreign countries where the culture is different, there's more family values, there's more home values. You got, for the most part, by and large, because in the minority community, it's not by and large, both parents in the house. You see both parents in the house. You see their relationship, and translates into your relationship. And not to mention too, especially I'll use Eastern Europeans as a big one. In Eastern European cultures, a marriage is the coming of two families. Both families are heavily involved in everything to do with the marriage. Now, that holds to an extent a level of accountability, because now it's like, if I leave this person, I'm disrespecting my family and theirs. So it keeps it together. Now, as opposed to, in the Western world where we force our parents into retirement homes after a certain time, that's becoming the norm.
But I think that's mostly in the U.S. because there's people who live in, I want to say in, let's say DR or pretty much outside of the U.S. When they live in these countries outside of the U.S., it's mostly countryside women who have those values. Because in the city, what do you have? You have the big booties, you have the BBLs.
Fast life.
Yeah. So when you have these women that come from the countryside, they're more cultured and more valued. So I think it's more so in the culture. Because even in the States, a little bit, if you go to some of these unknown or not really big populated cities, Idaho and so that, like, they still have very cultured people. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's mainly about just the city versus the countryside.
But it's hard too in the Western world because now the internet, Instagram, fucking.
Yeah, but the same thing.
Kanye could pull a girl from fucking Idaho if he wants because he slides in her DMs.
Because that's Kanye though. But you could also a random Joe Schmo can do the same thing. The reason why is because. Yeah, and the reason why I say this is because if you look at it this way.
Dudes are not getting laid.
You know why I disagree with that? You could be from New York and you could go down to Houston. You could go down to some parts of... Exactly. So being a New Yorker gives you that extra edge that people from, let's say, Atlanta may not have. You know what I'm saying?
Jersey definitely don't got it.
Yeah. But then that becomes more of a classism and a money thing too. If you can afford to go to places like that, that in and of itself is a form of status. That in and of itself is a form of who you are as an individual. The average person is not doing that.
But look at you go down south to, let's say, to Atlanta, and these people have fucking shitty homes, but yet they driving a fucking beautiful car.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the way of affording, it doesn't really go hand in hand. Because if you can't afford, you could have a shitty home, but your car look fly as hell. The same amount of money you put into a car, you can sit there and say, I'm going to go up to New York and see what's up. And vice versa. Not everybody, just because you live in New York and you're making New York money is more than down south, but at the same time, you have more opportunities, but you still can do it. So it's all about the country versus the city, in my opinion. Because the same energy you have in New York, you can have in London. But then the same energy you have in let's say, Idaho, you can have in London. So it goes down to, in my personal opinion, the city versus the country.
That's interesting.
It's also just a person, too. Everyone's different.
Yeah, everybody's different, but the norm is the city versus the country, in my opinion.
That fast life is fucking
insane. I'm just gonna go to like generalize and like it's like in a relationship. Now you gotta be marriage, right? To me, like what she says right there, for richer, for poorer. I mean, for poorer, whatever, like that. Like, like right now, I need like support, like for whatever we doing. You know what I'm saying? If you can't support me, I don't want to be with you. It's those little things I'm not even taking anymore. Like for my next relationship. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even like rich. I could go broke today and be rich tomorrow. If I go broke again, are you gonna leave me because I'm broke? I don't want to hear that.
You don't.
That right there is a thing where it's like, okay, that I would have questioned that one.
But that don't mean she'll necessarily just up and walk out. But
no, I agree. But that's
she's
just
not yours. It's just your turn.
No, she's just letting you know, nigga, you on the clock.
But that you shouldn't have to be.
You shouldn't have to be, but that's why that line.
Yeah,
that line
why not?
I think it was Drake who said that he wasn't sure with me in the gym, or Rick Ross.
Nah, I feel like
But if you don't have, if you starting from the bottom with somebody, let's take LeBron for example. He was with his lady since they was in high school before he had anything. So if he all the way just came out of nowhere and said, you know what, I'm gonna put all my money on Black 24, and the shit goes south, is she really gonna leave him because he has no money, so to speak?
He's on the clock.
Nah,
because he didn't have
but
anything.
why are we on the clock? Why are we on the clock for women, but women are not on the clock for?
We not talking. We not.
But they are
because
but
we don't
they
put them
are.
on the clock.
They are on the clock.
That's the problem. We don't
they
put
are on the
them on
clock
the
because you could be 45 years old and deal with a 21-year-old who could hold a damn kid, but that 45-year-old you with can't hold a kid at that age, but you could go down to 21.
You talking about ticking clock for babies?
But
I'm not talking about that.
I was gonna say
the baby clock and the financial clock goes hand in hand.
I'm not talking about that.
For men, it's a financial clock. For women, it's a baby clock.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I was gonna say, how can we be on the clock when it came to like for in that scenarios and with the vows? We're on the clock for poorer, but she's not on the clock to obey.
But
that doesn't make sense to me. I can't be on the clock for one thing when it comes to our vows or not vows, but you know, whatever the thing is, the marriage shit. I can't. I'm on the clock for that, but you can choose what you want.
But she is on the clock though, because if she's not allowing you to lead and do the things that you feel like you need to do as a man in your relationship, you're gonna contemplate leaving, no?
Right.
She's not on the clock, but she's always on the clock. It's just whether or not you're willing to pull the fucking trigger.
Right.
As a man, you are in control.
Yeah.
As a man, you're in control. You're in control of the relationship. You're in control of the way things are going. Right then and there, if he didn't leave her, that's his fault. Because she's telling you everything. She's showing you everything.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but what I'm saying is, for the most part of the time, if a bitch goes poor, she lost her job and we good, we got her.
Right, but you made that choice.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They're not on the clock. They're not on the clock for that simple fact. I see what you're saying. Like if you're not gonna have, if we together and you can't have no babies, I want a baby. That's a clock. Okay, if that's what you want to say, right? Mm-hmm. I agree with that. For the most part, for some people who want kids, some people don't want kids. That's okay for them, right?
But you're still on the clock because now if we get married and you and I both hand in hand don't want a kid. Cool. But now there's still, and we getting married, there are other duties that a wife has to provide. For example, not necessarily, saying that this is the role that a woman has to play, but you, as a man, you the breadwinner. You want to come home to a clean home, and not necessarily you walk in, you just throw your clothes whatever, and you eating dinner. No, but at the sense of there's still things that she has to do to make sure that you're satisfied.
Agreed, but I'm just saying that we stay longer. If that nigga went broke tomorrow, it's a possibility that she don't want to be with him.
And if that's
what I'm saying. That we're on the clock.
And if that's the case,
Agreed. You make your own decisions. You want to be with somebody, that's your decision. You hear that doesn't bother you, that's your decision. That's okay. But I'm saying, like, he's on the clock if he just loses his job tomorrow.
Right. But then if the roles are reversed, then the nigga could leave too.
Exactly.
But he don't want to.
We don't.
That's man's fault.
For what? Let's say.
But we would never say that though. There's not a time where you say, "Yo, if you go broke, I'm not gonna fuck with you no more."
That's not true.
Then that's the man's problem.
That's not true either. There are men who do that. If you go into a relationship and you are not the breadwinner, your wife is. Let's just say Oprah right now. If Oprah get married today, and she's the breadwinner off rip, cool. And then next thing you know, the man sits there and say, you know what, I'm not gonna be with you if you broke. That's the same thing. If the roles are switched.
It doesn't happen.
But it does though. In today's society, how things work, women are now taking more of a leadership role, which is to me is very, very unattractive. In a whole, I can't be with a woman who's an alpha female. You can't do that. 100% alpha female. That's not normal for people. You have to have some kind of level out right then and there. So if she's making the money, you got to sit there and make sure that the same roles, if it was flipped, you have to do what she had to do, and vice versa.
Yeah, there are plenty of house dads.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But society would tell you you're less of a man if you got your wife going to work and you just in the crib.
Mm-hmm.
However,
fuck society.
Exactly.
I'm trying to play GTA 6.
You better get a girl pregnant in 2 years, nigga.
That's another conversation that I had in the workplace one time. They were like, yo, why would you drop a trailer for this shit 2 years prior?
It's because it got leaked.
Yeah.
It's because it got leaked.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah. Niggas leaked it like a day or two before they actually dropped it.
That's not. But why would you try to promote it 2 years before?
Because it got leaked.
No, they probably was creating the trailer. That shit probably wasn't even the final trailer.
Yeah, but it's because it got leaked. They dropped something. They
like,
low-key had to.
So it's like a cover up, so to speak.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay,
know what? We're going to strike all of this leaker shit to get the videos taken down and just drop our shit. Because you know motherfuckers out there is going to screen record, repost, do whatever. So just to get ahead of the shit and just drop it. Like, that's how, for example, what some artists do with their music. When their music leaks, they drop it. Like that fucking Poland shit Lil Yachty dropped. That shit got leaked. Wasn't even a finished song, but Yachty just dropped it because there was hype, even though it got leaked. So just to take advantage of the hype, nigga dropped it.
Yeah. And now, you know how many people they predicted to do what, like $2 billion in the first day.
See, that's questionable in the sense.
Not at all.
No, not that part. About the whole leaking part. You could sign an NDA. You open your mouth, you're getting sued. And they can find out how it got.
That's gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, okay, if I have a product and you use it for the wrong pieces.
Yeah, it could have.
How things get leaked and there's no repercussions.
No.
But yeah, you could do something and they could backtrack it years. Look at the whole R. Kelly shit. Look at the whole P. Diddy shit.
They do be catching these niggas.
They do, but it's not as fluent as it's supposed to be. How many years?
Exactly,
but cyber niggas is getting away with murder. But then at the same time,
they helping us out though.
The average Joe, yes.
Nah,
they helping
cyber
us
niggas
out.
be getting years though. Cyber crimes get you mad time.
That's a
intellectual
felony, right?
property theft.
That's a felony, right?
It's yeah.
So what would your life be like in the jail? Yo, what you in for? Listen, I leaked somebody's shit.
I leaked the GTA 6.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we leave him alone. We leave him alone. He gonna be there. He good. He good.
It's not as serious as a.
I think what's serious is circumstantial. Like what's serious, that might not be that serious, but a nigga that leaks government documents, that's serious. That's just you're going against your government. Like that.
Snowden still ain't come back.
You know what I'm saying?
Snowden leaked the NSA shit.
I think that's a serious offense. Because now the whole world has that shit.
Nigga, you leak somebody's song, the whole world has it.
It's different. Nigga, I'm just gonna bop that shit for a day.
Man,
nigga, they got
it shouldn't matter. It's somebody's property.
I know.
First of all, I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoever leaked, remember they had everybody's OnlyFans, like the shit where they had like they sent that shit. Whoever leaked that shit again.
Yo, what's wrong with you? And this is why you're questioning where your son want to be like you.
Leak that shit again. Alright, no funny shit though. It's 11:40. Let's do the last take on this, man.
I know my man tried to hack the government shit.
Dummy.
I think he tried to do some shit, and he hacked something. And
they sent them. Story that
and then they sent them a letter.
Like, yo, chill the fuck out.
Basically, they said, do it again.
In the nutshell.
Yeah, do it again.
I did.
Wait, we're doing closing notes?
Yeah.
What are we grateful for?
Yeah, let's do it.
What you grateful for?
Me?
Yeah, what you grateful for?
You want the honest answer or the correct answer?
Both.
All right, honestly, I'm grateful for my lungs being inflated with oxygen every day. For the simple fact that not everybody, but a lot of people, when you're a bigger person, they say that, you know, you're more prone to dying faster than somebody who's in a healthier state. So the fact that I'm a bigger guy, I'm grateful that I can wake up every morning next to my fiance and go to work and come back home to lay next to my fiance. So the fact that there's oxygen still flowing and blood flowing through my body and I'm able to see the next day, I'm grateful for that.
Where you getting married at?
I haven't decided. We haven't decided just yet.
Can y'all hurry the fuck up?
Don't talk to me. Talk to the warden.
I'm not talking. I don't
talk
know
to the warden.
I'm scared.
So that's the honest. Once you say that, talk to the warden. That's the honest answer. The correct answer is then. What's the guy said in what he said in
Do you have a year?
We about to make a year.
No, do you have a year? Like when you want to get married?
Probably 24.
So next year?
That's the projected time.
It's away? Is y'all want to do away?
Nah, we probably not for nothing. We talked about going to the court. We don't. Why the hell we spend an extra amount of money for y'all niggas to come eat with swell? No, fuck out of here.
Well, whatever you do, make sure it's open boil.
Water.
Poorhouse.
Got you.
Water.
There you go.
Open
Shout
water.
out to you,
Open
JT.
water.
But that
Nice
was an
fountain.
honored answer. The Greg answer is best man. Holiday. He said, what was it? The 3 principles: money, bitches, and getting head and weed or some shit. That's what I'm grateful
That's
for.
4, nigga.
Money, bitches / getting head.
Amanda, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
What are you grateful for?
That Budweiser is hitting right now.
You said that Budweiser hit? No, just open this bitch, bro. I'm cooling. I'm grateful for God. Always, every day.
There you go.
There we go. Go ahead. You want to say what you're grateful for?
After you.
Go.
After you.
All right, go ahead, JT.
JT, what we grateful for?
What we? The fuck?
I'm grateful for just
Life.
I'll say love, compassion, empathy, consistency, and people being the genuine people who do things because it's the right thing to do, not because they're looking for anything in return.
So when you get married?
Hopefully next year.
Are you engaged already?
No, not yet.
All right, that's not for you. 'Cause you don't want to give out no gems.
Right.
Don't be surprised. Look,
Surprise
surprise
right now. Oh, shit. All right. Cool. I'm grateful for that. Oh, man. Grateful.
Are we invited to the wedding?
Of course.
We going live?
That shit gonna be lit.
We going live 40Central at JT's wedding, y'all.
Yeah, we should do like a quick 30-minute pod.
Darren?
That'd be cool.
That'd be dope.
That
That'd be
shit be
different.
funny as shit. We gonna be lit. I'm gonna be lit.
Just make sure we got clean. It's almost stay high.
Yeah, shout out to that guy, man.
Yeah, that's my shit, though. Actually, no funny shit. I was driving the other day and I put that
I'm
shit
calling
on.
nigga right now. See
Put
if
that
he
shit on.
answer.
Yeah, see if he answer. But grateful.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
He's still there? He gotta come back. Tell him he gotta come back. And his uncle, cousin, who was that?
Who?
The people. He came with a
He
group.
came with.
You talking about Rich?
I don't know his name. Papa something. Papa Scrunchy. Something?
No, he's talking about Clay's people.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He ain't going nobody. He came by himself.
Nah, he came with some people.
Shout out to Rich though. Shout out
Rich
to
came with a gang. That's when he talking about the music industry.
Yeah, because Rich put us in contact with Wyatt from Ray. Shout out to Wyatt.
Oh,
Wyatt
no.
from Ray, too.
Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Ray. Grateful for my kids. Grateful for life. Grateful for you guys. Thank you. Grateful. I'm grateful for a lot at this point in time, man.
He ain't answer.
It's all good. It's 11:40.
Yeah, man. It's time. It's time for niggas to go to bed.
He probably working.
Word?
Making music.
Oh.
You know that's his thing.
Yeah, that's my shit though. I fucks with that, man. Grateful for a lot, man.
Grateful for my family, my friends, this country to be able to support my passport shenanigans.
I ain't gonna hold you. You waited to be last for that generic.
I thought you had like
I'm
a
grateful
whole
for the
sermon.
Yeah,
I'm grateful for the guy who invented can openers. I'm grateful for the guy who invented pillows.
There you go. Generic, like yo. I think you're gonna talk about something from the heart, like.
So we transition into shout outs?
Shout out. Let's do the shout outs real quick.
Shout out to whoever invented the cup.
Wow.
That was a great invention.
Shout out to the guy.
You just think that the nigga that invented the cup was just a nigga that picked up a rock with a hole in it? It was like, I'm thirsty.
A rock with a hole.
Like,
I
I
think somebody probably picked up water with their hands and was like, "Yo, I can make this,"
and
then just made a cup.
Shout out to the man that made the ACs, because without the AC, but fat people would not be able to survive in the summer.
Shout out to the first woman to ever have a baby.
Is Eve?
She's white.
That's one story. I mean, a lot of them, they get down with that.
Shout out to the girls from Colombia.
Nigga, Allah's God.
Shout out to Harriet
Or the people,
Tubman. Shout out to Harriet Tubman.
She built that Underground Railroad with her
Facts.
2 hands.
Now, listen, if you really know that, well, I don't know the whole story, but she did some things for a lot of people, and they just paved the way. So shout out to her. Shout out to those who paved ways for others.
She built the first subway.
Shout out to
The Underground Railroad.
No.
Yo,
Okay.
shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Was that a dark humor joke?
It definitely was.
That's what I'm saying.
It was a train joke.
It was a train joke. Oh man.
Shout outs to 40Central.
Let's go.
There you go.
Shout outs to Justin.
Let's go.
Shout outs to JT.
Let's go.
Appreciate you.
Shout outs to them for not giving my damn jacket yet.
Cool. Shout out to whoever created language.
How were we communicating before language?
Yo.
Yeah, but you know the crazy thing is, like, they put a study, like, if you take 2 babies, you just leave them niggas in a room and don't speak to them, they'll make up their own language. They'll understand each other. So, like, language is made just by just...
I think it also works with twins too, right?
Yeah, like, they have their own language and shit. Like, yeah, like, that's kind of cool.
Shout out to the guy who invented writing. To write things down.
Shout out to whoever invented the printer. Definitely sped up the world with that shit.
Shout out to who invented sex.
That was the greatest
You think someone
invention.
invented it, or someone was just like, I want to do this?
Nah, they had to. He didn't just fall into that
There's
shit.
no book. There's no
Somebody fucked it up. That's the part that nobody talks about.
What you mean?
There's no way that the first 2 people who tried it got it right.
Shout out to the guy who invented porn.
Or lady.
Or lady. The human. Wait,
Right.
Is that PC? We're not humans anymore.
Man, fuck that. Shout out to aliens.
They're here amongst us.
Shout out to the person that invented condoms.
Nah,
Okay.
fuck that nigga.
God bless.
See, that's why you got 2 kids. Ain't no wrong with kids, but damn.
I see you though.
2 kids that he knows about.
Shout out to whoever invented the cape.
Ooh.
The
Cape
cape?
is a really important part of like.
You talking about figuratively or
No, like cartoon cape. Like think of all your favorite superheroes. Superman is not Superman without the cape.
he was definitely Superman without the cape.
But he's not as cool.
He
like
was a
the
businessman without the cape.
cape. Nah, that's not Superman. That's what is his name?
Clark Kent.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to be Clark Kent?
You'd be surprised. That sounds like
okay.
Shout out
Like
to
they-
whoever made the dishwasher.
Now you're cooking. Now you're cooking. Shout out to
talking
whoever
about women?
created.
the dishwasher is crazy. Dishwasher is
Shout out to whoever created cardboard.
You know what they say, right?
Sure.
Shout out to Thomas Edison.
What do you call coming inside of a girl?
Shooting a club.
No, loading the dishwasher.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna use that. Can I?
TikTok made me
can
say
I
it.
load the dishwasher?
TikTok made me say it.
Can
Okay.
I'm gonna use that. Can I load the dishwasher?
I'm sorry.
That's
Load the dishwasher.
Kev said, shout out to the bus driver with Rosa Parks. Without him, she wouldn't have been famous.
Yo,
Nigga, she would have just got on the next bus.
you could always
That's
expect something intellectual from Mr. Donald Trump support over there.
Like, if she didn't get on that bus, she would have got on the next bus.
He said, shout out to whoever created Shape Ups.
That's a good one.
You know, they should just use fire and just go.
Fire is
Oh yeah, I seen that.
I
Seen that.
seen
Nah,
that.
they used to take like an axe and just.
Never seen that. Never heard that either.
Alright, we out of here. What are you
Shout out to the first person to ever domesticate an animal.
Oh, I was thinking that one. Horses.
Dogs,
Was it
nigga.
horses?
Horses.
Dogs.
Wasn't it fucking like
Wolves?
saber-toothed tigers or some shit like
I
that?
don't know. I think it would probably be a horse or a dog because it could go back to
Oh,
the
cat.
Cattle. Or cattle.
Nah, it would have to be like an
No.
animal from like the Stone Age.
Cattle.
Cattle. Goats.
They was getting
pigs,
milk, chickens, eggs.
Chick.
Okay.
I mean, like, can you really domesticate a chicken? I feel like chickens just do whatever the hell.
I think so too.
Like, you can't.
They just roam around. Just they living life right now. Rent free, feed me, nigga. Like,
Just keep them in their little like box.
You know what I'm
do what they
saying?
do. Like,
Yeah, I've never heard anybody try to talk to a chicken.
yeah.
Like,
I had
just
chicken.
sit.
I had chicken.
Like horses, like they follow, like they follow
They
you.
get
Like
it.
they'll be about it. Like try and get a chicken and do what the hell you want.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Either chicken or fish.
Have you ever? Oh, fish. I fucked with fish though. My fish was cool.
Fish is therapeutic though. You can sit. I know somebody who sit there and watch fish.
My fish will fuck with you though. My fish was cool as shit. One time I smacked the chicken.
Smacking the chicken is crazy.
I chased one when I was in Honduras one time and mission failed.
In Ecuador, that shit tried to get me. I smacked the shit out of that nigga.
Did you choke it?
Nah, whoa.
Shout out to the man who created the.
You choked the chicken.
This is the man. Shout out to the person who created the car.
Shout out to whoever created time.
Yeah, the first nigga to make a sundial.
No, who was it? That was the Incas, I think it was, who created
the
the time.
Mayans.
That's what they say. Man. It was
First
niggas
calendar.
there. Yeah, it was niggas there before the Incas, bro. We gotta stop giving. Niggas be swagger jacking and we be giving them a lot of credit in these history books. We gotta start calling some people out, bro.
Shout out to whoever.
Y'all ever seen the
invented
cruise?
pyramids?
You ever seen the?
Oh,
You ever seen the cruise? Like the cartoon with the cave people. Them niggas knew when it was nighttime they had to go inside. Like,
Shout out to the people who created medicine.
nah, they fucked us up, giving us too much vaccines, bro.
That's now.
Whoever created the first watch?
Whoever started BBLs.
Oh, thank you.
That's a bad look.
Might get a Hollywood star.
Hell no. BBLs was nasty.
Depends who you go to.
Who's the popular one? Dr. Miami?
It's probably the most popular one.
Is he really that good though?
He did a lot of people.
Shout out to whoever invented strip clubs.
I don't like strip clubs.
I don't like it, but I can respect it.
Yeah,
The same way how you feel about porn, you can feel about strip clubs.
No, it's not, because I could beat my meat in my crib.
You can beat your me in the bathroom in the strip club.
Nah, no, you cannot.
What type of sick shit are you on?
Yo, I'm out of here.
Not me.
All right, thank you for watching episode 229.
We can't end on my fucking Justin, say something crazy.
We love you.
Justin, say something crazy.
Stay
Justin,
safe.
say something crazy.
Stay educated. We love y'all.
That's crazy.
Wow.